Cajun Country Rice on Deck Show. Cajun Country Rice. Rice from Louisiana farms to your table. Live coverage of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball starts now. From inside the booth with the call of the game, here is the voice of your Fighting Tigers, Chris Blair.
Another cool and somewhat mild May evening set up for Game 2 of this series, final regular season SEC series of 2023, as the Georgia Bulldogs once again welcome in your fourth-ranked Fighting Tigers of LSU. Hello, everybody. This is Chris Blair along with Tiger Champ Buzzy Heidel, our straw stirring the drink back in the Capital One studio. Mr. Jeff Palermo welcoming you once again to Foley Field here on the campus of the University of Georgia in Athens for tonight's play-by-play story. In less than a week, LSU played extra innings in an SEC weekend. This time it went good for the good guys as LSU got by Georgia in 12 innings by a final of 8-5. A back-and-forth affair, low-scoring affair to start the game, but eventually the bats warmed up, especially for the Tigers, as they batted 6 home runs in the game, including some clutch home runs down the stretch. Hayden Travinski, Jordan Thompson, Dylan Cruz. Thompson with 2 home runs on the night. LSU able to outlast Georgia eventually at the end of 12. Tigers get the win. They get the first win of the series. Now they'll get ready for game number 2, and the Tigers are counting on junior right-hander Ty Floyd. He'll get the start tonight for LSU, and for the Bulldogs, it'll be junior left-hander Charlie Goldstein, who's got a 4.5 ERA, 3-1 on the year, making his 10th start of the season. Ty Floyd coming off a great performance last week. Again, LSU unable to get the series win, but looking to do so here, take some momentum into postseason play and the SEC tournament coming up in Hoover. So find your favorite chair, grab your favorite beverage. Should be another great night here at the ballpark. Plenty of Tiger fans in attendance. We get ready for game 2. Tigers try to clinch another series on the road. It's Georgia, it's LSU, and it's coming up next on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply. Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors. Together, we are partners setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
Getting you ready for the first pitch of LSU Baseball. We continue on the Cajun Country Rice on Deck Show. Time now to talk with Tigers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back to the LSU Sports Radio Network, here with LSU pitcher Thatcher Hurd. And Thatcher, just before we get into last night, which was an incredible game, talk about just up to this point, the entire season. You're in the last weekend of the series. How much fun are you guys having? And you've had a good run up to this point.
Yeah, we're trying to enjoy every moment we have with each other. You know, come together as a team, and it's been good.
So last night, one of your better outings of the year, you know, especially after that ninth inning. I know you gave up the 2 homers, but you really settled in and gave your team a chance to win. Had to be exciting to step up for your team when they needed you.
Yeah, it was good. Got picked up a lot of times, and that's what the team's here for, and it was a good ball game.
So looking forward to this game. Georgia's obviously a good team. The record doesn't always show it, but what are you looking for today? You kind of, you're going to be probably done for the weekend, but Ty Floyd goes out. A friend of yours. It should be fun to watch him go and compete against Georgia.
Yeah, I'm really excited to watch Ty. He's been throwing the ball great. He has elite stuff, and he's been attacking the strike zone, and he's been working really hard, and I'm excited to watch him do his thing.
What do you think about Athens? Is it your first time here? Is it obviously Georgia's a good team, but experiences here for the last couple of days?
Yeah, we love playing on the road. It's really cool to get on the road with the guys, and we get a lot of time together, and it's fun. I love playing on the road. It's been a pretty cool experience every time.
And finally, down in Louisiana as a California boy, how have you enjoyed your time at LSU and just the South Louisiana cuisine, everything that comes with being here?
Yeah, I love my teammates, and I love playing baseball. It's been good.
Awesome. Thanks, Thatcher. Have a good year.
Thank you.
I was LSU pitcher Thatcher Hurd. Stay with us as we continue here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
This is the story of a very special woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
We are back on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck Show with LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the way. First, time to take a trip around the SEC on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Back here at Foley Field, getting ready for Game 2. Again, very mild May. Certainly different from the temperatures we're told back in South Louisiana. But again, expecting no rain, although some heavy clouds. We'll get your full game day forecast presented by AccuTemp coming up in just a few moments. Time now to go around the SEC. Presented by Visit Baton Rouge. We're ready. Are you? And Buzzy, last night, LSU took care of business, got the win in 12 innings, but a couple of other teams did not do what we needed them to do. But still a couple of games left. Who knows? Let's take a look around the SEC.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. One game already final today. Auburn blanks Missouri 4-0. That's actually the first game of their three-game series. They were rained out yesterday. Only one game underway, bottom of the seventh in Tuscaloosa. Alabama is leading big over Ole Miss, 12-2. And I imagine that may actually go final here shortly with the 10-run rule in effect. But some games slated to start later on. Florida is at Kentucky. Kentucky won that game yesterday, 10-3. Tennessee is at South Carolina. Texas A&M and Mississippi State do battle in Starkville. And then Missouri and Auburn will play their second game today. Ole Miss and Alabama are slated to play their second game later on today as well. Look at the standings going into this, or after the first game of the last weekend series. Over in the East, Florida continues to lead at 19-9. Vanderbilt at 17-11. South Carolina at 15-11. Kentucky sits at 15-13. Tennessee at 14-13. And Missouri and Georgia both sit at the bottom of the East at 10-18. Over in the West, Arkansas continues to lead the West and the entire SEC at 20-8. LSU sits at 18-9, Auburn 15-13, Alabama 14-14, Texas A&M at 12-16, Mississippi State with a record of 9-19 in conference, and Ole Miss rounds out the bottom at 6-22.
Thank you, Buzzy. Fans, Our Lady of the Lake, proud to be a championship health partner of LSU. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU, champions for Louisiana. Together we roar. Learn more at olrmc.com/LSU. When we come back on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck show, we'll take a look at tonight's starting pitchers for the Dogs and the Tigers, all coming up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air-conditioned system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Plus, right now, Trane is offering special financing. So what's not to love? Visit TraneSouth.com to find a local Trane dealer today. It's hard to stop a train. Subject to credit approval. Ask for details. Hey, Baton Rouge, don't go to just settle for boring old frozen pizza for dinner. Head over to Fat Boys Pizza, where size matters. Come check out their large pies that measure 30 inches across, but the number scarcely does it justice. When you see their 30-inch pie, your whole world got smaller, and your idea of pizza got bigger. From delicious pizza choices, chicken wings, garlic knots, and so much more, stop by Fat Boys Pizza, located on Nicholson Drive in Baton Rouge, or visit them online at eatfatboyspizza.com. Hey, Tiger fans, 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Leading you up to first pitch of LSU Baseball. Back with more on the Cajun Country Rice On Deck show. Time to break down the game's starting pitchers on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Great to have you with us once again here on a Friday, game 2 of this series. Georgia hosting LSU, and again the Tigers last night, 12 innings. They get the win, 8-5 over the Dogs. Fans have the right equipment to take on any job linked to the land. Visit Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana, at sunequip.com. Let's take a look at tonight's starting pitchers, and with that, once again, here's Buzzy Heidel. Buzzy?
Yeah, thank you, Chris. First, for Georgia, you've got Charlie Goldstein making his 14th appearance of the year. He's 3-1 with a 4.5 ERA. Left-handed pitcher, going to throw the ball 90 miles an hour, maybe even a tick up, 90, touch some 91s and 92s, but he's a 4-pitch guy: fastball, slider, curveball, and then a changeup. To the lefties, it'll just be fastball, sliders. He'll work that changeup much more to right-handed hitters, and he's been a quality arm for him. He's got 45 strikeouts and 44 innings pitched. Is a strike thrower typically with only the 15 walks, but advantage to LSU if they can get into Georgia's bullpen. Georgia threw 7 of their arms yesterday, and they're already a struggle out of the pen. So if LSU can get to Goldstein early and get into that Georgia pen, certainly an advantage for them. And then Ty Floyd on the other side is 6-0, making his 14th appearance, 12th start of the year. And Ty Floyd had arguably his best outing last week against Mississippi State when he threw 6 innings. Only 1 walk, 10 strikeouts, had a quality outing. I think he needs to have that same quality outing. If he can give LSU 6 innings, at least 6 innings, don't talk about if he can go in 7 and 8. It's going to be a good thing for LSU. But the fastball's electric. It's a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Typically throws a lot of strikes. Hopefully his off-speed pitches are working to have LSU be right in there at the end. But it ought to be an exciting game. It was an exciting one last night, Chris, and hopefully we can just keep it to 9 innings this time. Have a lot of fun.
Yeah, let's hope so. Tiger fans, remember all LSU Sports Radio Network broadcasts stream for free at lsusports.net. And, of course, you can take us with you wherever you go with your mobile device. Just simply download the LSU Sports mobile app presented by BASF. Find the app for free in the iTunes Store and Google Play. The LSU Sports mobile app, presented by BASF. We'll continue with more, leading you up to first pitch. Up next, Buzzy and I will recap last night. It was a wild one, but the Tigers got the win 8-5. Later, we'll get the starting lineup, some changes for the Tigers, not so much for the Dogs. And then we'll get you to first pitch. Game 2, Georgia and LSU. On the way here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
This is Richard Zuschlaw, CEO of Acadian Ambulance Service. On behalf of all the Acadian employee owners, please be careful while driving. Always use your seatbelt and never text and drive.
Are you a homeowner looking to keep your home cool while saving money? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who wants to offer customers more efficient, more consistent home comfort. Luxair is the name to know for unmistakably efficient and reliable home cooling, and great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your Luxair dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit solarsupplyluxair.com to learn about working with Luxair. The LSU Tigers excel due to great preparation, talent, and execution. Those same principles are what make National Trench Safety the leader in the trench safety equipment industry. National Trench Safety is recognized across the country as the trench and traffic safety specialist, supporting the equipment rental and engineering needs for the refining, chemical, pipeline, power, transportation, and municipal market. Visit ntsafety.com today for more details. Remember, if it's in the trench, over the trench, or around the trench, National Trench Safety has you covered. Go Tigers! The Tigers are your team, and Super One Foods is your grocery store. They offer super low prices from the moment you walk in their door, starting with the hottest deals on their famous wall of values. You'll get super savings on fresh produce, meat cut fresh daily, and all of your favorite brands throughout the store. Shop Super One Foods online or in store for super low prices on game day and every day. Go Tigers and go Super One Foods.
This is Richard Zuschlaw, CEO of Acadian Ambulance Service. On behalf of all the Acadian employee owners, please be careful while driving. Always use your seatbelt and never text and drive.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Last night, LSU had to battle, but eventually got the win 8-5 to pick up their 41st win here in regular season play. Again, moved to 18-9 in SEC action. And Buzzy, I think the big story, two big stories coming away from that is, you know, Paul Skeens is going to deliver as he has all season long. Once again, he does so. Gave up 2 runs, but struck out 12, only walked 1. Tigers had the lead. Again, had a tie game when he left the game. That meant he would get no decision there. And then the Tiger bullpen came in. Riley Cooper, situational, comes in against the left-hander, gives up the walk immediately. They go to Thatcher Hurd. Suddenly you're in a tight game. You go into extra innings, and Thatcher Hurd arguably, and I put that in quotes, his best outing certainly out of the bullpen, went 5 innings, went toe-to-toe with the Georgia bullpen. Eventually the offense able to get the win, but I thought Thatcher Hurd gained a ton of confidence, which I hope bodes well for him moving forward.
Well, you heard us talk about it all year, the potential. You see it. I mean, the guy throws 96 miles an hour, has a cutter that he throws at 87, 88 miles an hour, and is, at times has been a little sporadic and can get walk happy, but over the last couple outings, he's been throwing a lot of strikes, but the potential is there, and that's what we always we know the talent, and it's eventually going to come. Well, last night we saw it. Had the tough homers in a short ballpark in the 9th inning, but man, after that he was just absolute nails. And I agree with you, Chris. I think that's something that he can build off on, and that's when we need him now to start throwing his best baseball of the year with the postseason right ahead of us. But it was just an exciting game. You said it. Paul Skeens did his thing, but you can't take these weekend series lightly. I mean, that game's over with. We saw what against Mississippi State. Paul Skeens goes a complete game, 7 innings. You think, okay, LSU's bullpen is fresh, ready to go. Advantage LSU right last weekend. Well, we know what happened there. So I do think the advantage is to LSU in this series, particularly with the bullpen, but you still got to go out there and win the game, and that's why Ty Floyd's got to have such a good outing. But yeah, last night was exciting. It was good to be a part of it, and can't wait to see what the rest holds.
Well, we also knew the second part of that story is once we arrived here, you got 350 down the line and left, 370 in the power alleys, short porch 314 down the line and right, and LSU brought out the boomstick. 6 home runs in the game. Jordan Thompson with a couple of home runs. Again, Travinsky goes yard, Dylan Cruz. They were crucial home runs that LSU desperately needed. And you look at the bullpen for Georgia, talking to folks before tonight's game, for the most part, you had Chandler Marsh throw 39 pitches. Nolan Crisp threw 34. But everybody believes we may see the same cast of characters, if not tonight, tomorrow out of the bullpen. My question was, who else do they have in the pen? And they said, you pretty much saw them last night.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. So they're going to have all hands on deck, and they know they're look, 2 teams that are playing for a couple different things. LSU's, going to host a regional. I would, bet a lot of money that they're going to host a super regional, but I think they have a little more work to do. Georgia playing to get into Hoover and playing to keep their season going in postseason. So they're going to be fired up. They're going to be ready to go. And when you got the number 4 team in the country in, they know they've got to play their best baseball to have a chance. And they really, I was impressed with them yesterday with the bullpen. They came in, they threw more strikes than I thought they would throw. They competed. They got a lot of good LSU hitters out. It was just who made a few plays at the end, who made a few crucial plays at the end. LSU was able to do that.
You mentioned that. Guess who else was aware of the fact that the number 4 team and the Fighting Tigers in purple and gold were here playing baseball this weekend? Kirby Smart.
Yeah.
Doing a little cruiting, a little visit prior to tonight's game, and he watched LSU's BP.
I was just about to say.
When the Tigers finished, they left.
I think he wanted to see a little bit of the number 4 team in the country and the power potential. And look, we got to be careful, Chris. He was sitting there looking at some of Jared Jones, Ethan Fry, some of those guys that look like they could play football in the SEC. I was down there earlier on the field, and those guys. LSU can beat you on the field. I wouldn't want to mess with them in a parking lot fight either.
I just thought it was funny. Once LSU was done, Kirby's like, all right, let's head back over to football. We're going to continue with more. We got to get to the Cintas starting lineup. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll give you that. Again, a couple of changes for the Tigers you'll be interested in. And then we'll get you ready for first pitch. Game 2, Georgia and LSU, coming your way on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council. We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Going to the track, the wall, see ya! Tiger fans, have you ever wanted to watch LSU baseball on TV but hear the action from the LSU Sports Radio Network? Just sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app. It's easy to do.
Just pause the TV. Use the LSU Sports mobile app to stream the audio on your smartphone or tablet. Connect to a smart speaker, then wait for the audio to catch up to the point your TV is paused. Push play, and you are all set.
Sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app for iOS and Google devices. Download it today.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
First pitch of LSU Fighting Tiger baseball is just moments away. Time now for the starting lineups. Presented by Cintas. Proudly helping Louisiana business stay clean, safe, and ready for the workday for over 40 years. On the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Cintas starting lineup. First for the homestanding Bulldogs of Georgia, 28-25. They are 10-18 in SEC play. Scott Strickland in his 10th season at the helm. Again, they'll stick pretty much the same. Ben Anderson, Charlie Condon batting second, Anderson in center field will lead it off, followed by Condon at first. Connor Tate in the left field will bat third. Parks Harbor, the third baseman, will bat cleanup. Will David, the catcher, will bat in the 5 spot. Fernando Gonzalez, again, the DH for the Dogs, will bat 6th. Sebastian Murillo will be the shortstop, batting 7th. And Garrett Spikes in right field will bat 8th, followed by Mason LaPlante, who moves down in the order. He will bat 9th tonight for the Bulldogs and play second base. Time now for the national anthem.
So proudly we hailed as the twilight last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly seen. And the rugged dragon, the bombs bursting in, gave proof the sight that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave o'er the land of the free and the
Singing to the national anthem prior to first pitch. Again for Georgia, it'll be Anderson, Condon, Tate, Harbor, David, Gonzalez, Murillo, Spikes, and LaPlante. Now for your Fighting Tigers of LSU. 41-12 on the year, 18-9 their conference mark. Dylan Cruz going to lead things off tonight. The center fielder, a junior, hitting .432 with 14 home runs, 13 doubles, and 56 runs batted in. Tommy White will follow Dylan. He'll bat second, play third base. The sophomore hitting .390 with a nation-leading 86 runs batted in. Trey Morgan going to move back. He'll bat third tonight. He'll be in left field. The junior hitting .306. Hayden Travinsky, who's been red hot, averaging a home run about every 6 at-bats. Well, he'll be the cleanup hitter tonight and get the start at catcher. The junior hitting .426. Cade Beloso at first base, batting 5th. Gavin Dugas at second base. The senior batting .299. Braden Joubert will be the DH tonight. Jordan Thompson will be the shortstop, batting in the 8-hole, and Josh Pearson, the hero from last night, with a 2-run bomb to give the Tigers a 7-5 lead in the top of the 12th. He and Thompson get the final 3 runs by long ball. Pearson gets the start in right tonight, the sophomore hitting .225. That's a look at the Cintas starting lineup. Coming up next, first pitch, Game 2, Georgia and LSU on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU. Straddling the mighty Mississippi between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, Ascension Parish is Louisiana's sweet spot for a perfect weekend stopover, shop-over stay. Shop at Tanger Outlet's 60-plus designer and brand name stores. Tour fabulous Homa's House Mansion and Gardens. Visit Sugar-Filled Spirits Distillery, known for its unique spirits, wines, and ciders made from real local ingredients and flavors, or so many other interesting nearby attractions. Just a half hour east of Baton Rouge's Tiger Stadium and 1 hour west of New Orleans. Ascension Parish, your Baton Rouge to New Orleans stopover, shop-over spot. For more info, visit lasweetspot.com.
Will Scott Mobile Mini is the global leader in modular offices and storage containers. Keep your products safe and secure with our wide array of vault-like storage containers. Need shelves and lighting for your container? We can help. We have the right container for your industrial, commercial, or residential storage needs. All of our offices are delivered ready to work with customizable furniture options to fit any need. Give us a call at 800-841-7016 or visit our website at www.mobilemini.com.
17 SEC championships.
The threat by Mars in the pitch.
34 NCAA tournament appearances.
Swung on the hit the right field. Way back there. Way back there.
18 trips to Omaha. 6 national titles. The powerhouse of college baseball. This is LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
First pitch of the game, Dylan Cruz leading it off, takes the first offering, swings at a fastball, lifts it high in the air to left center field, but able to get over and make the play. For out number 1 is Ben Anderson, and just like that, 1 pitch and 1 out. Welcome in, Tiger fans, here from Foley Field on this Friday night. LSU taking on Georgia. Cruz leading it off, flies out to left center. We'll see Tommy White stand in. First delivery from Goldstein. He'll take a swing, foul it back into the screen, and it's 0-1 last night. Again, Tommy White in the batting behind Dylan Cruz in the cleanup spot. Went 0 for 5. Did get a board on a walk. Goldstein fires, and this one rifle to left field. Going to get down in front of Connor Tate, and Tommy White gets his first hit of the series and a 1-out single. LSU, to say they're aggressive to start this game, Buzzy, would be an understatement.
Well, Goldstein is a strike thrower. He's going to be in the zone, and it's not like it's overpowering stuff. Again, it's a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. He'll touch a little bit over 90 at times, but you can tell the approach early as Cruz swung at the first pitch and Cruz at the first 2 pitches. Yeah, the approach is to be aggressive.
So we'll see Trey Morgan, 1 out, runner on. Goldstein, the left-hander, fires short of the plate. Blocking it up with his face mask that time was David. Able to get the lucky bounce that stayed in front of him. Of course, Tommy White, not a real threat to try to take advantage of that. It has to be a really wild pitch. He will stay put at first base, although the Tigers a little aggressive last night. A lot of social media commentary about Jordan Thompson's stealing second base and then immediately stealing third. Here's the 1-0. The strike at the knees, outer half of the plate, and it's 1-1 to Trey Morgan. Morgan again batting in the 3 spot tonight, went 1 for 5. Lefty on lefty matchup, and the 1-1. Look out, ground ball towards the first base dugout of the Dogs. Karam's off the sidewall and have to be retrieved out in shallow right field. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Morgan. Bulldogs tonight going with Garrett Spike starting in right field. He came in as a late replacement. Justin Thomas, who came away empty-handed at the plate. As Morgan swings, this one lifted foul territory. Third base side with room just before the side wall. It's going to be Parks Harbor. He'll squeeze it for the second out of the inning. That'll leave White at first base.
And not a ton of foul territory here at Foley Field. That ball, thought for a second was going to get out of play, but Harbor was just able to catch it right on the warning track in foul territory next to third base.
Aiden Travinsky batting cleanup. He'll stand in, runner on, 2 down. Goldstein fires, misses badly outside, 1-0.
Travinsky with a big night yesterday. 2 for 6, had the home run, double, scored 2 runs, drove in a run. Been swinging a hot bat.
The 1-0. Half-hearted swing, couldn't fully commit, and a strike evens it up 1-1.
Yeah, he went with the changeup, did Goldstein. You'll see the changeup mostly to right-handers. He will not throw it to lefties. Most lefties don't. They like to go more with the slider or curveball to the left-handed hitters.
1 ball, 1 strike. Travinsky, the right-hander, awaits the pitch. In the air, shallow left center field, having to come in as Anderson on the run, diving, and can't hold on. Comes out of the glove. White with 2 outs off and running. He makes his way around second to third, and Travinsky just dropped it in shallow left center field. Connor Tate, I think, was yielding, Buzzy, to Anderson, who was at full sprint out of center. But you could see by the body language about halfway on his voyage, he knew it was going to be a tough play to make. Got a glove on it, couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and possibly anybody else but Tommy White, maybe third base coach Josh Jordan would have maybe got a little aggressive with 2 outs and tried to make him make a play at home plate. But the right call to hold up White at third base as the ball didn't get too far away from left fielder Connor Tate.
So the Tigers with 2 outs, runners on the corners, and Gabe Beloso to the plate. Fastball from Goldstein, a strike, and it's 0-1. Beloso batting an even .300. Went 1 for 3 at the plate last night. Again, he's got White at third, Travinski at first base. Stays away from this pitch, and they say caught the outer half. Wow.
Yeah, that was a tough pitch. I don't blame Beloso for not swinging.
Yeah, Beloso leaning all the way in, watching it. Thought it was off the plate. He's behind in the count, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, short of the plate, blocked up again by David. Off and running with the pitch. Stravinsky read the trajectory and scoots into second base. So with 2 down, runners now second and third, just underway with 2 down in the top of the first.
As we see a lot when Beloso's batting, Georgia's got the defensive shift on. Murillo, the shortstop, is on the right side of second base.
Goldstein looks in, the 1-2 to Beloso. A bouncer down the line, and it will bounce foul just right at first base as Condon came in and gloved it. Everybody will retreat back to third and second base, and Beloso will come back to the plate with a 1-2 count and 2 down. Saw some LSU fans coming into the ballpark today. They all were like, I think last night we might have had the Dogs outnumbered here at Foley Field. A little more black and red in the stands tonight, but still a lot of LSU. Many of them making their way here to Athens and then turning around, and they're headed to Hoover next week. 2 outs. The 1-2 down the middle, called strike. Beloso caught looking, and the Tigers' late threat here in the top of the first goes awry. No runs, 2 hits. 2 men left on. We move to the bottom half of the first. A half inning in, scoreless in Athens on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers strand 2 runners in the top of the first inning at second and third base. Scoreless game as we hit the home half of the opening frame. Georgia again will have Anderson, Condon, and Connor Tate due up. Again, Buzzy didn't have time as Dylan Cruz jumped on the first pitch, took it deep to left center field. Anderson able to get to it, but a little change in the lineup there for LSU. And of course, they made some solid contact on Goldstein, came away with 2 hits, but unfortunately unable to score.
Yeah, the biggest change really was Dugasson moving out of the 1 hole, Cruz moving into the 1 hole. But look, there's so many good hitters throughout this lineup. I think it's maybe just to change it up a little bit and see if we can't continue the hot bats for LSU.
Anderson, first pitch, he will swing, and this one's high in the air, down the line in left. Morgan at full sprint, but it will drop into the bullpen out of play, and it's 0-1 to Anderson. Well, you and I were joking. We saw the lineup. We thought, all right, they're going to move Dylan up to lead it off. Tommy White to follow. That's the 1-2 punch you'll see wherever those guys are in the lineup. And you thought, if nothing else, if you're the opposing pitcher, you go, wait a minute. Right out of the gate, I got to face Dylan Cruz. And you may see a different style pitching with him in that spot, as this pitch missed outside from Ty Floyd. It's 1-1 to Anderson. The right-hander delivers. Fastball high and tight, misses for ball 2.
Anderson 1 for 5 last night, scored 2 runs. Had an RBI, hit that home run in the 9th inning.
2-1 pitch. Launched in the air. Right center field. Cruz coming over. Dylan has it. As that one hit towards the wind, with right now blowing into home plate.
Yeah, a very similar wind to last night, although not as hard, but the same direction. Kind of that really straight into home plate, and every now and then working a little towards right field.
So we'll see Charlie Condon, second in the SEC in home runs, and the pitch from Floyd inside, going to catch him on the arm guard. Hit batter, going to put a runner on for the Dogs here with 1 out in the top of the first inning.
The off-speed pitch from Floyd just got away from him, up and in. Condon, not a stolen base threat, so see if Ty Floyd. Remember, Floyd, a lot of times he'll get a lot of fly balls with that, fastball that's got the good spin rate. So definitely got to work on staying down in the zone in a ballpark like this.
Connor Tate will swing at the first pitch, launch this one high in the air. Beloso gives it a quick look, but it will get out into the seats, out of play, and it's 0-1. Tate, one of 3 team captains this year for Coach Strickland. And represents power in the front part of this order for the Bulldogs. The 0-1 missed high from Floyd, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Tate had 2 walks in yesterday's game, was 2 for 3, and hovering around that 400 average mark, 394. I mean, this, you've heard us talk about it. This Georgia lineup is a good one.
Runner at first, 1 down. Floyd delivers. Another swing, another foul ball back behind us. 1-2. Yeah, when you look back the last couple of weeks, sweeping Arkansas here, taking 2 of 3 from Tennessee, you ask yourself, how did that happen? You look at their offensive numbers. Floyd going to turn slowly, fire to first, keep an eye on Anderson.
Well, yeah, offensively they were
Condon, rather.
they were great, and against Arkansas, the guy that Georgia's throwing against LSU today was phenomenal. He went 6 innings, had 5 strikeouts, no walks. He was phenomenal against the Razorbacks a few weekends ago.
The 1-2 pitch to Tate, slapped off the bat and off the face mask. Well, Travinsky, who will remove the mask, take a look at it there, make sure it didn't loosen up on him. And he's still working on it, as that one came right off the bat of Tate into the grill. Ty Floyd, tough luck last week. We mentioned it on the broadcast last night, Buzzy. I mean, gave you everything you wanted. Certainly a good enough outing to get the win. Game 2 against the Bulldogs back at the box. Can you feel good when he can give you that type of performance? Here's the 1-2, missed just off the outer part of the plate. 2-2 now the count to Tate.
Well, I truly think it was his best outing. A lot of people say, well, the Ole Miss here, the Ole Miss game he pitched, and that's just because he went 8 1/3 inning. He almost threw a complete game, but 6 innings against Mississippi State, the 10 strikeouts, only 1 walk, only 1 run. You're right, Chris. I mean, that was a shame LSU couldn't finish off that game.
2-2, and again, Tate swinging, fouls it off. Keeps the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tonight's game brought to you by the 7 partners that represent Team LSU: Cox, McDonald's, Our Lady of the Lake, Albertsons, Coca-Cola, People's Health, and Hancock Whitney. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Connor Tate got Condon down at first base, 1 away here, bottom of the first, scoreless game. Floyd fires, just missed inside. Fastball run up there at 94, but missed the inner part of the plate. Will fill the count to Connor Tate. Now, this goes without saying, as now we have our home plate umpire, Damian Beal, coming over having a word with Jay Johnson. He may have thought somebody questioned his strike zone. And now Damian Beal fairly hot early on in this game.
I was going to say, Bill's not putting up with anything. He can't run right over and let the LSU dugout know that he's not going to have too much chirping going on.
1 out. Here's the 3-2. Again, Tate slaps and fouls it up to the Holmes, up on the ridge here, out of play to the right.
Which that pitch before the foul ball by Tate, it didn't look like a horrible pitch with 2 strikes. It looked like a good pitch. It was on the inside part of the plate. Just couldn't tell if it was how far in it was.
Payoff delivery upcoming. Floyd from the stretch fires. That is a called strike 3. That fastball burned a seam in the middle of the plate, and Tate knew it.
That's where you want it if you're Floyd. 95 miles an hour outside part of the plate and down in the zone. And you're right, Chris. Tate.
Undoing the gloves.
He was ready to get back to the dugout because he knew he missed a pitch.
So now we'll see Parks Harbor, the third baseman, a 274 hitter. Harbor last night 0 for 5 against the Tigers. And the first pitch outside, pops out of the mitt of Travinsky and allows Condon to easily scoot into second base. 1 ball, no strikes to Harbor. Time called. Home plate umpire requesting new baseballs.
Velocity good early in the game for Floyd, and it's been good for a while now. I mean, we're seeing a bunch of 94, 95 mile an hour fastballs.
The 1-0. That's a strike at the belt. 1 ball, 1 strike to Harbor. Sets back fairly deep in the batter's box from the right side. Georgia with a runner at second. Scoreless game, 2 down. Floyd looks back to second. Now the pitch. In the air, deep to right field. Going back is Pearson. He'll stop at the track. And Parks Harbor, with his 18th home run of the year, gets the Dogs on the board first. Just right of the scoreboard. And it's 2-0 Dogs.
Yeah, I thought Harbor, he was 0 for 5. Did have 3 strikeouts. Of course, when you're facing Skeens, you're going to get punched out a few times. But Harbor's a good-looking big kid, third baseman, and took a fastball in the outside part of the plate from Floyd and hit it a long way to right field. And we've talked a lot about the short porch in right field. That ball was hit a long way. It didn't matter what park we were in, but that's what you get from Floyd. Now he's going to get the fly balls just because he works higher in the zone. The fastball is elevated at times.
That'll bring Will David, the catcher, to the plate. He had a home run last night. His 6th of the season. Right-hander. As Georgia strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Fastball from Floyd misses low. 2 balls, no strikes.
And Floyd, being from Rockmart, Georgia, was talking to some of the Georgia radio guys, and they were saying that he has a lot of friends. And, there's a lot of connections between Georgia and Ty Floyd.
Swung on and fouled back behind us off the bat of David. That'll make it 2-1.
A lot of connections with the guys on the team, so Ty's wanting to have a great outing here in his home state.
Here's the 2-1 delivery. This one launched but foul. Down the line in right. Evens the count 2-2. Rockmart, Georgia, just north of Atlanta, kind of northwest corner of the state.
Yeah, I was looking for you to be my Georgia geographical guy.
You ever heard of Cartersville, Georgia?
I've not.
Okay, well, it's near there, if that helps. Apparently not.
I'll be sure to look it up.
Here's the 2-2. Fastball up in the zone, but again, David pops it out and out of play over the stands right side. Again, an interesting park here, kind of shoehorned in near the athletic facilities. Of course, Sanford Stadium just down the street. Stegman Coliseum just behind us. 2-2 off speed and fouled straight down into the dirt off the bat of David. but Foley Field, for the most part, to the left, Buzzy, near the campus buildings. Everything to the right is a residential neighborhood. So it's interesting when you drive to come into Foley Field, you think you're in just somebody's neighborhood, and suddenly here's the ballpark. Here's the 2-2. Called strike 3. David didn't like it, but another pitch down in the zone, caught the outer half of the plate, and Ty Floyd picks up the strikeout, his second Super One Food strikeout of the game. Georgia, though, gets on the board. They get 2 runs on 1 hit. It was a 2-run bomb. And the Bulldogs lead 2-0. We head to the top of the second. Tigers have coming up Dugas, Jobert, and Thompson on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors.
Excuse me, do you know the average time of one full inning at an LSU baseball game?
10 minutes. Half an hour?
I think 45 minutes. Actually, one inning in baseball lasts about 20 minutes. Any idea how long it takes to complete a mortgage application?
I'm going to go with an hour and a half. I think it's about 2 hours.
Probably a couple days.
Actually, at Assurance Financial, you can apply for a mortgage in less time than one inning. Wow. Find out more. Visit them at AssuranceMortgage.com. That's AssuranceMortgage.com. Equal housing opportunity. NMLS number 70876.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company, run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Gavin Dugas going to lead it off for the Tigers here. Top of the second inning. They trail Georgia 2-0. Dugas back in the 6th spot in the order. Takes a swing, launches it to left field. Connor Tate coming over shy of the track. Plenty of room to make the play for out number 1. So Dugas retired. That'll bring up Braden Jobert. Jobert, again, much like Hayden Travinsky over the last couple of ball games, has been extremely hot at the plate. Just punishing baseballs. Whether it's a single or a home run, he gets his money's worth on the swing.
Yeah, taking good hacks. I thought yesterday he was on a lot of pitches. Obviously hit the home run, but had another hit in the game.
Check swing, puts this one into the screen above the on-deck circle where Jordan Thompson was getting ready with the bat.
I should say another couple hits in the game. Not sure if you mentioned it, Chris. He was 3 for 4.
Not a bad day at the office. The 0-1, high and inside, evens it up, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, he's knocking on the double-digit homer door. We talked about that yesterday. Jordan Thompson got into it with the 2 home runs, but Jobert sits at 9. Love to see him. Why not now?
The 1-1. Breaking ball misses high. Good high by Jobert. It's now 2-1. Goldstein, the left-hander, delivers off the end of the bat. Foul towards the dugout of LSU. Going to be picked up by Paul Skeens. And with 2 strikes, we'll again go to the extreme shift. Parks Harbor, the third baseman, will play the rover position in shallow right field. They'll move LaPlante, the second baseman, shaded towards the bag. And Charlie Condon at first, hugging the line. The 2-2 to Jobert, sent back into the screen, just missed it. Still 2-2. Tiger fans, StubHub, the easiest way to experience every Tiger game. Check the virtual view, score your seats, get your tickets delivered instantly. StubHub, the official ticket marketplace of LSU Athletics. StubHub, be there. 1 down, 2-0 Georgia leads. 2-2 to Jobert. Launched high in the air near second base. Murillo, the shortstop, calling for it, and he will have it. A couple of steps on the left center field grass. Joe Bear retired. 2 gone, and we'll see Jordan Thompson. Again, as Buzzy said, entered the double-digit club for home runs on the year. Number 10 and number 11 in last night's game. Goldstein looks in, and the first pitch to the right-hander. Missed high and outside. Our umpire, we mentioned Damian Beal behind the plate. Scott Klein at first, Jason Johnson at second, and Brandon Cooper down the line at third. The 1-0, swing and a miss out in front of that one. Goldstein drew it back a bit, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, went with the changeup. 1-0. Know that you're looking probably dead red fastball if you're Thompson, just able to pull the string with the changeup.
1-1. Thompson swings, pops this one straight up onto the infield grass. Coming in, Parks Harbor, the third baseman, about midway down the line. He's got it for out number 3. The Tigers go quietly, no runs, no hits, nobody on base. They trail 2-0. We head to the bottom of the second here in Athens on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
this is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
You took the first step and quit smoking, but even former smokers may still be at risk for lung cancer. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know about a new low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early. It takes only 60 seconds and could save your life. You took the first step, now take the next. Visit SaveByTheScan.org for a simple quiz to see if you're eligible and talk to your doctor about screening. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers trailing 2-0 early on. Bottom of the second inning coming your way. Bulldogs got a 2-run bomb there in the bottom of the first off Ty Floyd. Leading things off for the Dogs will be Fernando Gonzalez, the DH, and the first pitch from Floyd going to miss low, ball 1. Fastball again in there, 94, 95 miles an hour. Just looking to find his spots. That one misses away and low. 2-0 now to Gonzalez.
Gonzalez 0 for 5 in last night's game.
Right-hander Floyd fires to the plate. It's a fastball at the letters in for a strike, and it's 2-1 now to Gonzalez. Talk about it all the time. When you look at Ty's really good outings, of course, the fastball, as we said, right now with plenty of life, is the 2-1. Fastball sent back up the middle. It's a base hit out of the reach of Thompson into center field. Gonzalez with his first hit of the series. When Ty Floyd's got that good fastball going, it really comes down to his secondary pitches and locating and getting players to chase with the hard curve. And again, a couple of fastballs have been hit well by Georgia here tonight.
Well, the kicker is getting in good counts too, or pitchers counts. You know, you want to get ahead of hitters, because if they get into counts where 2-0, 3-1, even 2-1, and they can hunt fastballs, it's a good fastball, but good college hitters can time it up and barrel it up.
So a leadoff single for Gonzalez. That will bring Murillo to the plate. First pitch a called strike with a fastball, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 delivery. Missed high at the letters. Breaking ball out of the zone, 1-1. Gonzalez, short lead off of first is Floyd. From the stretch, the 1-1. Off speed, missed high, 2-1.
Now that's the pitch he's going to have to figure out a way to throw a quality strike with it, and that's the off-speed pitch. Fastballs, it's an electric one so far. Just got to be able to change it up, change speeds, and flip a curveball every now and then to keep hitters honest.
2-1. Comes back with a fastball at the knees to even it up, 2-2. Morello, a .258 hitter. Two pitch from Floyd. Oh, almost same spot. This time they say a little low. That'll fill the count, 3-2.
Yeah, Morello was 2 for 5, had the 2 runs scored yesterday. Put together a good at bat against Skeens. Hit a double into the left center gap.
Also picked up his 5th home run of the year. Payoff pitch and a swing. Line drive catches the screen down the line, first base side. 3-2. Floyd looking for the first out of the inning here with a runner on. Gonzalez led off with a single up the middle. Another payoff delivery. This one hammered to right center field. Cruz on the run, giving chase, and a great jump. Gets Cruz there in time in front of the big G on the right center field wall for out number 1. Again, you mentioned it. I mean, this defense very capable of supporting Ty Floyd in the way he will elicit some fly balls. The only concern you have, which again, the home run to right field, it's a short porch, but if you can keep everything at least up in the air from, say, right center to left, this defense certainly has a chance to back you up sufficiently. That'll bring Garrett Spikes, who again entered the game late last night, in right field. Went 0 for 2 with a couple of at-bats. First delivery, breaking ball for a strike from Floyd. Looked good there, and it's 0-1. Gonzalez still at first as the 0-1 pitch high and inside. That one looked like it may have gotten loose on the grip. 1 ball, 1 strike to Spikes.
Yeah, as long as it stays in the ballpark, I like my chances with Pearson, Cruz, and Trey Morgan hovering the outfield. It's just every time that ball gets in the air, you know, heart gets in your throat a little bit.
There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Spikes. Tried to golf swing that one, came up empty.
I could be wrong. That almost looked like that could have been the changeup there, Chris. I may.
Said 83. 1-2 to Spikes. Swing and a miss. That came with the speed ball, 95 miles an hour. Just challenged Spikes, gets it by him.
And that's a good sequence of pitches. I mean, that's what you're going to have to do. Whether it was the changeup or curveball, it was an off-speed pitch, and he threw it for a strike, and he sped the bat up, and then was able to throw that fastball by him. And so you got to change it up. Got to throw quality strikes with the off-speed. You can't just show him the off-speed if you can't throw it over the plate.
Mason LaPlante batting in the 9 spot. Stands in, whips in a fastball for a strike from Floyd. 94 miles an hour, again consistently, as Buzzy said, 94, 95 mile an hour with a heater. Outside of the 1 fastball driven out of here, he's been able to really keep it where he wants it. That one off speed, missed high at the letters. LaPlante not chasing, it's 1-1. Now the wind died down, the flag not moving out in center field. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Little flare, shallow center field. Thompson going back. Thompson, the shortstop, has it as Cruz came barreling in. But the only man to make a play was Thompson, and the Tigers shortstop does just that. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on. Georgia still leads 2-0. We've played 2 here at Foley Field. Tigers coming up. It'll be Pearson, bottom of the order, followed by Cruz and White on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It's good to be able to make a change, to never feel stuck. That's why at Cox, we're making a change too. Now Cox internet plans are flexible, so you can choose to just go with internet, add TV tomorrow, or home automation down the line. It's easier than ever to get just what you want and nothing you don't. Flexible plans from Cox. Change anytime. No commitments, no penalties. See for yourself at cox.com/internet. Additional services can be added at then current regular rates. All services subject to residential customer service agreement and acceptable use policy. Restrictions apply.
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the Hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
Touchdown!
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
One of last night's heroes, Josh Pearson, bats for the first time tonight in the 9 spot. Had his first home run of the year. Lifted up the Tigers 7-5 there in the top of the 12th. First pitch. Called strikeout speed from Goldstein, and it's 0-1.
Great to see Pearson come in last night, get the big hit for the Tigers. A lot of guys stepped up. I mean, even Ben Napolt coming in, playing second base.
Swing and a miss just off the edge of the bat for Pearson. Now 0-2, and they'll go to the extreme shift as Harbor leaves third base, moves into shallow right field. 3 infielders right of second base. The 0-2 ripped down the line, and he beats the shift. Beside a diving Condon at first base, Harbor couldn't get over to that one. That one absolutely lasered Buzzy where it had to be against the defensive shift.
Still seeing the ball well, and we know what Pearson did last year. We know this. I mean, this guy can really hit. And comes in, in yesterday's game and gets the big homer, has another good hit there, and one of a lot of different guys that came in late in the game. We saw Alex Milazzo play well. He gutted it out after having a little bit of an injury at first base. So a lot of guys coming in playing well late in yesterday's game.
Total team effort.
Yeah, Pearson continuing to do it.
Cruz swings at the first pitch again, pops it up between first and second base. LaPlante will settle under it and record the out. So again, Cruz moved to the top of the order. He's looked at 2 pitches, one deep fly ball out to left center. This time jammed in on the hands and pops it up to the second baseman LaPlante. So that'll bring Tommy White to the plate. White picked up his first single of the weekend back in the first. Made his way all the way to third, but was left stranded. He'll stand in again. Pearson extends his lead. Goldstein now looks over to first. Left-hander kicks and fires. White swings a ground ball, slow roller, third base way, foul.
The same approach through the second time through the order as you saw Cruz. See Cruz go with the early swing at the first pitch. Tommy White doing the same thing, but Cruz hadn't seen that too good of pitches in a while. He's probably thinking, as soon as that thing crosses the white, I'm hacking, and I don't blame him.
The 0-1, look out. White has to dance out of the way, and a ball thrown at the ankles. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Tommy needs to get back to staying the other way that he does so well. He's got that power to right field.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Goldstein now will toss over to first. Pearson standing back safely on the bag. Tommy White certainly can have a field day. He goes opposite field here at Foley Field.
Yeah, this is the field to do it at for sure.
And again, Goldstein going to toss, get Pearson back to the bag, who only has about a step and a half over at first.
Yeah, just keeping him a little honest. I mean, Pearson in limited starts only has 1 stolen base on the year. LSU, of course, doesn't steal a whole lot as a team anyway.
Semi shift on against White. And he puts everything he has into the swing, but can't find the baseball. Falls behind 1 and 2. They've got LaPlante maybe 3 steps right of second base. Murillo, the shortstop, playing deep in the hole, and Harbor behind third base, not quite on the line, but a lot of real estate between first and second. The 1-2. This one hammered to right center field. Anderson and Spikes giving chase. Spikes able to track it down as that one started to drop quickly. Looked good off the bat. Didn't get enough of it. Just missed on it. Was White, and that's the second out of the inning.
Yeah, it didn't look like he hit it exactly right on the button, and it just hung up just quick enough or long enough for Spikes to get over. I'm with you, Chris. Initially off the bat, I thought it would maybe have a chance of getting down, but ended up being relatively routine for Spikes.
Now Trey Morgan bats for the second time tonight. And a nice breaking ball from Goldstein across the plate, and it's 0-1. Morgan popped up foul. Third base territory. Harbor made the play. Back in the first inning. Tigers trailing 2-0 here. 2 outs. Top of the third. The 0-1 from Goldstein. Just missed the outside corner. Not by much. Maybe half a baseball.
Goldstein doing a good job early in this game throwing all his pitches for strikes. It's fastball slider to the left-handers, and he's doing a good job of throwing strikes to him.
Again, trying to keep Pearson close to the bag. He'll throw over to first.
Mixing in that changeup to righties. He'll show the curveball as well to left-handers, but again, the changeup's not going to be thrown to left-handers like it will to right-handers.
2 outs, a 1-1 count. Pitch to Morgan. Swing. This one towards the alley. This one dropping quickly. This one will get down. Spikes will cut it off. Bobble the ball. Now the throw coming to the right side of the infield. They'll hold Pearson up at third base, but Morgan with the single drives that one to the alley. And with 2 outs, once again, the Tigers threatening. Runners second and third. It'll be up to Hayden Travinski to try to get the Tigers on the board.
Good piece of hitting by Morgan. The hands are so good. The body actually got out in front a little bit, but he was able to keep the hands back long enough on an off-speed pitch and just let the hands work. Didn't swing terribly hard, just had the good bat control and popped the double into right center. I thought with a little bit of the bobble by Spikes and Pearson, the good speed, that maybe Coach Jordan would roll the dice, but a good call as he got the ball in quickly, did Spikes from right field. It would have been, he would have been dead out at the plate, so good hold up from Coach Jordan at third base.
Sean Kinney, the Georgia pitching coach, coming out to visit with Goldstein now. He's given up his 4th hit of the game. Again, he's kept the Tigers scoreless at this point. Now there seems to be a discussion. LSU wanted to use an offensive timeout while they're meeting on the mound, and Damian Bill barking at the Tigers for some reason. Got his notebook out, and I guess he's going to make sure he counts that Kinney came out for a visit, but he was going at Travinski and the huddle for LSU, and I'm not sure why. But he is some kind of fired up. Hey, Travinski coming to the plate.
Well, you normally don't see that too with the catch, and I think Travinski may tell him, hey man, I got you back. He pats him on the chest like, I'm taking care of you tonight too. We need to be on the same team. I wasn't trying to show you up or anything, is what I'm thinking. Hayden's probably telling home plate umpire Beal.
2 outs, runners second and third. After the meeting, Goldstein back up on the bump. The pitch to Travinski. Missed high and outside. Coming down to get the vehicle in the parking garage today. I get on the elevator, and they're fairly slow at our team hotel. The doors open, it's Travinski, and he goes, man, these things are slow. They're going to leave me. I said, brother, they're not going to leave you.
They'll wait an extra 5 minutes, I promise.
Think so. With 2 outs, a swing and a pop straight up into the air. Behind the plate, David going to give it a look near the screen, and he makes the play. Did not touch the screen. Travinski pops out. And the Tigers again leave 2 men on in scoring position at second and third. No runs, 2 hits, 2 men left on. The Tigers trail 2-0. Georgia comes to the plate. We head to the bottom of the third on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that. Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility. But it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
He's going to the track, the wall, see ya!
Tiger fans, have you ever wanted to watch LSU baseball on TV but hear the action from the LSU Sports Radio Network? Just sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app. It's easy to do.
Just pause the TV. Use the LSU Sports mobile app to stream the audio on your smartphone or tablet. Connect to a smart speaker, then wait for the audio to catch up to the point your TV is paused. Push play, and you are all set.
Sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app for iOS and Google devices. Download it today.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Fans get low-rate long-term financing right now on powerful Kubota tractors, mowers, and utility vehicles. Visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for your nearest Kubota dealer and test drive a Kubota. Ty Floyd back out on the bump, and the first delivery misses low for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Georgia leading 2-0. Getting plenty of home runs here at this park, no surprise, and that's the difference in this game so far. Here's a swing and a miss. Anderson swinging for the fences. Forgot to put contact on the ball. It's 1-1. Floyd fires off speed, missed a little high. 2-1.
Floyd up to 45 pitches this evening.
Pitch to the left-hander. Swung on, back over our head towards the parking lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Anderson, who flied out to Dylan Cruz back in the first inning to start it for the Dogs. Parks Harbor with the 2-run home run after Condon got aboard, hit by a pitch. 2-2 from Floyd. Fastball sent back foul again. Still 2-2.
Chris, you talked about Tiger fan listening in Fiji. That's long. I don't know that I could point Fiji out on a map talking about geography, but I think we got some new fans in Nashville, Tennessee, listening as we join them in Muscle Shoals as that ball's fouled down the left field line. But went over to Muscle Shoals to help an uncle of mine out, Troy Heidel, and had a bunch of people with his company. And so we might have some Nashville, Tennessee fans listening as well.
Shout out to Nashville. I'm sure you know where that is.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Just checking. The 2-2. Fastball misses high from Floyd. That'll fill the count. Again, that pitch count somewhat elevated here. Several full counts for Floyd to battle through. And he's given up just 2 hits so far. Again, the big one, the home run. Here's the payoff pitch. Fastball again, spoiled with a foul. Back behind the plate, 3-2. I can tell you Fiji is nowhere near Cartersville, Georgia, though. I can say that with a lot of confidence. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Ben Anderson. 277 hitter. He went 1 for 5, 2-run score, drove in a run last night in the loss 8-5 to the Tigers. This one belted in the air. Hangs up, though, to right center. Pearson coming over, and Pearson has it for the first out of the inning. So Anderson retired. Now we'll see Charlie Condon get 24 home runs on the season. Thatcher Hurd with a big-time strikeout to end the game with Condon at the plate last night in the bottom of the 12th inning. Really, Paul Skeens had his way as well. He was 0 for 6, 3 strikeouts. But a danger nonetheless. The pitch to the right-hander. Fastball thrown in there quickly. 95 on the heater from Floyd, and it's 0-1.
Condon, a redshirt freshman out of Marietta, Georgia, 6'6", 215 pounds.
The 0-1, another fastball. Finds a hole in the bat, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. You know who else is from Marietta, Georgia, who also pretty big boy?
Jared Jones.
Yeah. That tells me they may have crossed paths a time or two. The 0-2. Another fastball this time. Condon slaps it back foul.
Well, we were down on the field watching BP earlier, you and I, Chris, and I looked at you. I'm like, how big are all these guys nowadays? I mean, you look at a guy like Joe Bear, 6'2", 215 pounds, and he's not even the biggest guy out there.
How about a breaking ball and a swing and a miss? Got Condon to chase down around the ankles. And Ty Floyd with a big punch out there. His 4th strikeout of the night, records the 2nd out of the inning. That's a confidence booster if you're Ty Floyd.
Now that's the good breaking ball that started out up and just went all the way down across the plate and out of the strike zone, but looked like a strike for a long time, and Condon couldn't hold up.
So now we'll see Connor Tate. He was caught looking by Floyd in the first pitch. Fastball at the knees, make it 0-1. Floyd ready to rock with 2 down. The 0-1 pitch. Hammered back. Fastball fouled back behind the plate. 0-2. Ty Floyd gets ahead.
Yeah, that's what you want, getting ahead in the count now. Gives pitching coach Wes Johnson a lot of different options to try to get a good 3-hole hitter out. You can elevate a fastball. You can bury a curveball. Got a few pitches to play with.
Here's the 0-2. Missed outside with that heater. Down and away. Tate not willing to chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Georgia leading 2-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tigers will have Beloso, Dugas, and Jobert, the 5, 6, and 7 in the order. Here's the 1-2. High in the air to left field. Hanging up, and Morgan, well shy of the track, waits on it, and gloves it for out number 3. So a good inning for Ty Floyd. Again, no runs, no hits, nobody on base. Tigers still trailing 2-0. LSU coming to the plate as we head to the top of the 4th here on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Now batting in the cleanup position, Janny King, the king of clean.
Tiger fans, Janny King is a proud partner of LSU Athletics and even more proud to provide you, the players, and every fan that comes to a game here with a healthy stadium that has been cleaned by our team of professionals. Let us clean and disinfect your business. Go to JannyKingCleans.com now. That's JannyKingCleans.com.
Janny King, the king of clean.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday nights. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
At Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, our top priority is customer comfort. For over 20 years, Southern Air has been dedicated to providing honest pricing with no surprises and passing along their savings to you. Call them today to receive $50 off any AC or plumbing repair, or take advantage of their special financing with no money down and low monthly payments. Call them today at 225-777-8888. That's Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers come to the plate. They trail 2-0 here in Game 2 to the Bulldogs of Georgia. Cade Beloso will lead it off. Cade, a strikeout victim, and the first pitch, he will pop up behind the plate. This one will catch the roof above Buzzy's head. Let me know if it start to get a little moisture there, because that one
it was right over us.
That one hit pretty hard.
I was trying to think if we'd ever have a chance at a ball where we're sitting right now. It'd have to be perfect.
There's a strike to Beloso. It falls behind 0-2. He was caught looking back in the first inning. Yeah, it would have to have the right kind of spin and get over that screen real quick. Got to come to Hoover, though. Bobbing and weaving the whole week.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-2. Beloso slaps it, but a line drive foul down the right field line. Keeps it 0-2. You haven't had a chance to catch the latest Powerhouse series on LSU Gold. I certainly invite you to do so. Cade Beloso, a featured part of that latest episode. And of course, he is a great teammate, great baseball player, and great sense of humor as that pitch misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kind of keeps the spirits up in the dugout, at practice, even when it's been a long season, always has a smile on his face. Here's the 1-2. Missed low. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Great take right there from Beloso. Yeah, he's a fun guy to be around. He's been around the program for a while. Bleeds that purple and gold. Just wants to be a Tiger, and he's done a good job all the time he's been there.
Oh, the pitch inside catches him in the back of the helmet, but Beloso will toss the bat and sprint down to first, so a good sign there. Wasn't sure if that was going to catch him in the back of the shoulder, but it sounded like it came off the very bottom of the helmet, as that one got loose from Goldstein. So a leadoff man aboard for the Tigers here. Hit by pitch. Tigers adding to their total on the season. That is 116.
Any way you can get on, leadoff hitter. Let's see if Goldstein, who's been good up to this point.
That'll bring Gavin Dugas batting in the 6th hole tonight, and this pitch way upstairs, missing for ball 1.
Yeah, he's gotten all the leadoff hitters out, I do believe. So this will be the first time he's got a pitch, trying to get 3 outs with guys on base.
Dugas flying out to left field, his first time up. Here's an excuse me swing, and it fouls and rolls to the on-deck circle of the Tigers. Still looking for his first hit of the series. Certainly, in my opinion, a matter of when, not if, for Gavin Dugas, but now would be a great time. Here's the 1-1. Swung on, skied high foul towards the seats right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This inning, by the way, brought to you by AccuTemp Services. Don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Text home run to 31996. Get your AC system check. AccuTemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics. Runner at first, the 1-2. Off speed and a late swing, but fouled back into the screen. Again, those making their way to Athens from South Louisiana have to be loving this weather. Again, 72 degrees, slight breeze, partly cloudy, mostly cloudy skies tonight. Just a great night here, mid to late May. Here's the 1-2. Ooh, good take. That one missed just above the letters. The count, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gavin Dugas.
Well, you're right, South Louisiana, you're used to sweating right now, and there hadn't been a whole lot of sweating going on the last 2 days in Athens.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and now Goldstein will step off the bump. Get a little bigger crowd tonight here on Friday. As we mentioned, a few more Bulldog fans in attendance. Here's the 2-2 to Dugas. Swings the bat. This one again high in the air. Foul territory. Charlie Condon coming over near the seats. And Condon makes the grab right in front of the side wall. Dugas retired. 1 gone. That will bring up Braden Jobert. It was interesting going around town. We joked about Kirby Smart being here earlier with what appeared to be a recruit. Obviously we don't know, but looked like an official visit or unofficial visit. But you go around town today and wearing your LSU stuff, people want to know why you're here.
Yeah.
You know, we're playing this weekend. What? Who playing what?
I didn't know football was going on. No, it's not. We got baseball games going on. It's like they were clueless. They didn't know. Number 4 team in the country is in here playing baseball.
First pitch to Jobert, missed over his head for ball 1, 1-0.
Well, we talked to a bunch, Georgia personnel, and they said, everybody's on a high right now with
back-to-back titles,
with Georgia football, and you don't blame them.
Runner at first, 1 down. Georgia leading 2-0. The 1-0 pitch. Jobert stays away from a breaking ball. This one spins away from David, but not far enough. And Beloso has to stay put. Had ideas about taking off, but David does a good job of finding that ball quickly, although it got away from him, Buzzy, and sprinting pretty good to get that baseball.
Yeah, Beloso just a hair tardy of seeing it kick away from the catcher. If he'd maybe anticipated a little bit quicker, but Beloso not the quickest of guys. Did a nice job of just holding up and staying put.
2-0 to Jobert. High and inside for ball 3. Now 3-0 from Goldstein.
We see Coach Jay Johnson yesterday give some 3-0 swing-aways. Typically, a lot of levels of baseball, you get the 3-0 take. When you get some power hitters, guys that are seeing the baseball well, you'll see the coach have a little confidence in them and give the swing. Let's see if this happens right now.
3-0. Missed outside, ball 4. Now that puts runners first and second with just one out. And Jordan Thompson now will get a chance coming to the plate. Here's another funny. I went to lunch today. A gentleman saw my LSU baseball shirt. Again, asked what I was doing in Athens. I explained we're playing baseball, and he goes, "You guys any good?"
I had a couple of those at the hotel, Chris. I did as well.
I said, well, we're pretty good. LSU's a pretty good team.
Not bad.
Runners first and second now. Thompson. The chance to get the Tigers on the board. First pitch missed high. Goldstein now having trouble finding the strike zone.
Yeah, early, first couple innings, hadn't had a problem. Threw a lot of pitches for strikes, getting ahead of LSU hitters.
This will be the 56th pitch from Goldstein on the night. The 1-0. Low and inside. Sliding over is David to glove it. 2 balls, no strikes. He hit Beloso, put him aboard to lead off. Dugas would foul out down the first base line, and then Jobert walked. 2-0 the count to Thompson. Goldstein fires, and a ground ball. Bouncer going to catch Coach Josh Jordan. And he wore that one. He's laughing, though. Man, oh, man. He tried to spin out one out. Goldstein looks back to second. Now kicks and fires the 3-1. Another bounce one out. Goldstein looks back to second. Now kicks and fires the 3-1. Another bouncer, and this time over the head of Coach Jordan. Down the third base line. Now a full count, 3-2.
Coach Jordan might want to think about backing up a little bit out of that. He's at the front part of the coach's box. I'd be working at the backside and give myself a little more reaction time.
Again, you got Beloso at second. Jobert, huge lead off of first. Nobody holding him on. The 3-2 pitch. Miss low, ball 4. And the Tigers now have loaded the bases.
That's a heck of a take by Jordan.
They've left 4 men on base so far tonight. Scoreless on 4 hits. The 0-1. Missed inside to Pearson. 1 ball and 1 strike. And again, Goldstein put himself in a tough jam here with those 3 free passes. But the Tigers at some point in this game got to make him pay. Goldstein's 1-1 pitch. Outside and low. Again, David blocks it up. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Your home for LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. The LSU Sports Radio Network. And streaming on the LSU Sports mobile app.
3, 2, 1.
2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. The base is loaded for the Tigers. Pitch to Pearson. Breaking ball for a strike. Nice one by Goldstein there. If you thought we were lying to you about LSU fans, they started out the LSU chant. Georgia fans tried to drown it out with UGA. LSU had him beat. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. Pearson at the plate. Goldstein fires. Outside, peels the count, 3-2.
I thought with Cruz on deck, they would really start to challenge Pearson. They've pitched him pretty tough in this at-bat. Gave him a first pitch fastball to start the at-bat, but hadn't done it since.
Now we have time called by the first base umpire, who apparently realized Goldstein wanted a new baseball. Not sure why it took the first base umpire to figure that out.
He either wanted a new baseball, or that last pitch gets scuffed up in the dirt maybe, and I don't know that Goldstein wanted a new one. I think the umpires made him change it.
Yep, I believe you're right. Scott Klein came in, called time, said get a new ball. So he now has it. Nowhere to put Pearson. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Outside in the dirt, ball 4. That'll bring in a run. So Beloso comes in from third. Tigers are on the board. Make it 4 free passes by Goldstein here in the top of the 4th inning. Hit by pitch. And now 4 walks.
I would say somewhat surprised at the pitch selection from Georgia. As again, you've got Cruz and White lurking on the on deck and in the hole, and they pitched Pearson really tough. Went breaking ball, and Pearson just laid off and drew the walk, got the RBI, and passed the baton on to Cruz.
So now Dylan Cruz to the plate, still just 1 out. Beloso scores to make it 2-1 Georgia. Joe Bear now at third, Thompson at second, Pearson on the walk at first base. Cruz 0 for 2. And nobody throwing yet for Georgia. Cruz awaits first pitch, way outside, ball 1. Now you start to see some action. Some Bulldogs toiling down, starting to stretch. Somebody should be up and throwing momentarily, as we'll have another visit by Sean Kinney, the pitching coach. He'll make his way out to the mound here. Buzzy, am I mistaken? I haven't seen anybody throw for Georgia unless it's out of my purview.
No, nobody's throwing. You've got a gentleman now trying to get a number on. Those black numbers are tough down there. That looks like number 66.
Kyle Greenler.
Yeah, Greenler is starting to stretch. He still hasn't thrown yet.
So now Kinney finishes up the meeting on the mound. Goldstein will grab the rosin bag. And headed back to the plate is Will David. So again, Beloso hit by a pitch to start this inning. Dugas fouled out for the first out. Then a walk to Jobert, a walk to Thompson, and a walk to Pearson brought Beloso in to get the Tigers on the board. 1-0 the count to Cruz. This one hammered towards left field, going to drop down in front of Connor Tate. Had to hold up momentarily with Jobert, but he'll easily score to tie the game 2-2. Dylan Cruz with the RBI single. That's RBI number 57. We got ourselves a ball game here in the top of the fourth. Still the bases loaded. Only one out. And now Goldstein will face Tommy White, as now Greenler still just out there tossing the football in the bullpen.
Is Kirby down there? Kirby smart, or is he trying to see if he can get him a quarterback down there? No, it's something that I've not seen a whole lot of, but you see LSU do it. It's something they start throwing the football as kind of the warm-up session before they start throwing the baseball around.
Tommy White stands in. First pitch, a bouncer foul down the third base line. And interestingly enough, we talk about when Tommy gets down in the count with 2 strikes, he'll spread out in the box, crouch down a little bit. He walked up to face the first pitch with that approach. He was from the front to the back of the batter's box. He'll do it again. Goldstein, the left-hander. The pitch, the 0-1. Jammed him up, pops it up to right field. Spikes going back, could be deep enough, just shy of the track. He'll make the grab. Thompson, plenty of speed. He's on his way in. He will score, and the Tigers now lead 3-2 on a sac fly RBI from Tommy White. RBI number 87 on the year. Heads up base running as well. And then to third base, I should say, is Pearson. Thompson came in to score, so.
Well, good job by all the base runners. You do what the guy in front of you does, and Thompson tagged up from third, Pearson from second. Cruz actually went back to first, which again is the right thing to do, and he was tagging. And you got to see, if Spikes airmails that baseball to third base or all the way to home plate, he could have just easily taken second base. Spikes did a good job of getting it into second. Cruz retreats back to first. All is good.
Goldstein misses on the first offering to Morgan. 1 ball, no strikes. Again, the Tigers runners on the corners. They have taken the lead 3-2 as Goldstein collapsing here in the top of the 4th inning. Pearson with a lead off of third. Cruz off of first. And now a throw over to keep an eye on Cruz, who takes 2 steps back to the bag.
You mentioned the approach by White, Chris, that he went in there early, kind of spread out early, and almost had a 2-strike approach. I love that with the bases loaded. He didn't want Goldstein to get to 2 strikes. He got the run in early. An RBI machine.
This one Morgan leans in but stays away, and another good eye as Goldstein misses outside and low. It's 2-0. So after a hit batter, handful of walks, they load the bases. The Tigers now lead 3-2. Runners first and third with 2 outs. Morgan launches this to left, but right at Connor Tate, who had to move about 2 steps to put a glove on it. But LSU takes the lead, 3 runs on just 1 hit. They now lead 3-2 over Georgia. Ty Floyd coming back out on the mound. Georgia will have Harbor, David, and Gonzalez 4, 5, and 6 when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Are our love bugs and companions. They are our pets, our family, and they make life better. When we face unexpected challenges, so do our pets. That's why we're on a mission to support people and their pets. Whether donating a bag of kibble, sharing an Instagram post of a lost cat, or welcoming a foster pet into your home, every bit of kindness counts. Visit petsandpeopletogether.org to learn how to be a helper in your community. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that our daughters have what they need to grow and learn. But that isn't the case for nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. that struggle with hunger.
Childhood hunger is a heartbreaking reality that Feeding America is working to change. Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste and provides it to families and children in need.
You can help kids in need in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
LSU now leading 3-2. Leading 3 runs to the top half of this inning. Home half of the fourth coming up. Harbor to lead it off. Harbor had the 2-run bomb to give Georgia a 2-0 lead. They're in the bottom of the first inning. They'll face Ty Floyd for the second time today. Floyd pitching with a lead, and the first pitch, a ground ball in the hole at short, backhanded by Thompson. Tough throw to first, and making the play for out number 1. Put that on the sizzle reel for Jordan Thompson. That was tough to get to, and then had to throw completely over his body and use that arm. Got it right to Beloso, who gloved it softly to retire Harbor.
That's the second play this weekend he's made like that. He made a heck of a one yesterday and kind of very similar, and that took a tough bounce right there into the short outfield grass. Made a strong throw across.
First delivery to Will David. Missed inside with a fastball from Floyd, 1-0. And when you watch that play again, Thompson on the backhand caught it in the heel of the glove, and sometimes that'll throw your timing off, but he just stayed fluid and made the throw. There's a strike on the outside corner that David didn't agree with, and it's 1-1. By the way, we were told by our scouts out here in the crowd that when Goldstein was asked to get a new baseball, the first base umpire wanted to make sure the baseball was completely clean. Leave it at that. There's a swing and a miss by David on a pitch up in the zone. Gets Floyd ahead 1-2. We were wondering why first base umpire was so emphatic to get a new baseball. We now know why. The 1-2 breaking ball just missed low, leaving the count 2-2. It's a good 1-2 pitch, and David able to pick up the spin early, stayed away. 2-2 now, the count with 1 down. Floyd trying to take that momentum to the mound here after the Tigers took the lead. That one fouled back into the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Will David, who was caught looking by Floyd back in the first. Tie with 3 1/3, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. 4 strikeouts so far on the day. Again, last week we talked about his great performance. Had a career high 10 strikeouts against the Bulldogs of Mississippi State.
Yeah, only the 1 walk. You hear me talk about it a lot. Your offense hangs a crooked number up there. They put the 3 spot up. It's always important for a pitcher to go back out and hang a 0 that very next half inning.
2-2 got loose from Floyd. He was looking to deliver a breaking ball, and it just came out of his grip. Threw that one way over the top, about midway up the screen. Fills the count 3-2. David digs back in, a right-handed hitter. Floyd ready to fire. Payoff pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss. Blew it right by him. 5th strikeout of the night for Ty Floyd. 10 last week. In the loss at Auburn, had 9 strikeouts before everything come off the rails in that 4th inning against Auburn. Again, off to a great start here. Now pitching with a lead. 2 gone. Now we'll bring to the plate Gonzalez. Got a board on a single. He'll swipe at the first pitch, foul it back behind the plate, drops into the Georgia dugout first base side, and it's 0-1.
Ty Floyd approaching 70 pitches on the evening. He's at 68.
Pitch to Gonzalez, the 0-1 in the air to left field. Morgan on the run. It'll get over his head, come off the bottom of the wall, then go over Morgan's head. Cruz going to pick it up, will fire it back into the infield. But Gonzalez with a 2-out double. He's 2 for 2 after going over last night in game 1.
Yeah, you can live with that, though, if you're a coach. I mean, Ty Floyd gets 2 outs right after your team spots you some runs and challenges Gonzalez, and Gonzalez just able to put a good swing on it and drive it into the left center gap. Nothing wrong with that. Just got to get back in and pitch in the clutch with Murillo up.
Jay Johnson going to call time. Coach going to walk out there, bring the infield in, talk with Ty Floyd a little bit here with 2 outs. Probably a little bit of confidence booster here. Probably to your point, Buzzy, saying, hey, look, great start to this inning.
Yeah.
Put a good swing on a ball, got a double, but let's go back and go after Murillo here. Try to keep it a 3-2 lead. Keep that momentum in the Tiger dugout. Again, this inning brought to you by AccuTemp Services. Don't let AC or heater outages keep you on the bench this year. Text home run to 31996. Get your AC system check. AccuTemp Services, proud partner of LSU Athletics.
Murillo was 2 for 5 from last night's game. Had a double and a home run, so a dangerous hitter.
Floyd fires, little light swing, ground ball to third. White picks it up, pumps, fires to Beloso in time for out number 3. So the pep talk work from Coach Jay Johnson. Next pitch results in out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on. LSU leading 3-2 over Georgia. We head to the top of the 5th. Tigers will have due up Travinski, Beloso, and Dugas 4, 5, and 6 when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda salsa. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sausage and original seasoning is Manda's strong side. But it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it, running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Together, we are partners, setting a new standard for health. Together, we prove that no matter how battle-tested we are, our spirit remains undefeated. Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are creating transformational change and impacting Louisiana with a new standard for healthcare, research, and education. Together, Our Lady of the Lake and LSU are champions for Louisiana. Together, we roar. Learn more at ololrmc.com/LSU.
Unrivaled content, unprecedented access. LSU Gold, powered by Bayou Traditions, is the only place for exclusive behind-the-scenes content featuring your favorite LSU teams. It's all access to the Tigers, all year long, from pregame warm-ups to postgame celebrations and every moment in between. You can watch LSU Gold anywhere, anytime, and on your favorite device. Go to lsu.gold today to sign up for your free 7-day trial, so you can be there for each step of LSU's championship journeys. That's lsu.gold.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Aiden Travinski leads off for the Tigers. First pitch swing and a miss. Next delivery from Goldstein down in the dirt. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Travinski a single in the first inning. Popped up behind the plate, handled by David last time in the 3rd. The 1-1. Off speed, misses high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, down in the bullpen for Georgia, Kyle Greenler. Starting to throw a baseball this time. Goldstein ran into trouble there in the top of the 4th inning, allowing 3 runs. Swung on, popped foul out of play off the bat of Travinski, and that'll even the count 2-2. Things will heat up in South Louisiana, but Tiger fans, whenever you're ready to cool it down this summer, count on Slow Melt Ice, colder, cleaner, and longer lasting since 1997. Go to slowmeltice.com. That's SLOMELTICE.com. Swing and a miss. Goldstein brings the heat. Travinski with a tip, but in the mitt of David. Hayden down on strikes and one gone as Goldstein records just his second strikeout of the night. That will bring Cade Beloso, who got it started there in the top of the fourth, hit by a pitch. Came around to score the first run of the game. Goldstein gave up a walk with the bases loaded. First pitch to Beloso, smacked against the shift, and he beats it by a diving second baseman Mason LaPlante. Wow, smoked off the bat into right center field.
That ball was hit extremely hard. He did that in yesterday's game, hit a ball right on the nose, and the shift was on, but when you hit a ball hard enough, it doesn't matter how many guys they got on that side. You can hit it past them. Beloso with another good swing.
Pearson beat the shift earlier with a single down the first base line. Beloso does it there into right center field. So with one out, a man on, Gavin Dugas at the plate. 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch from Goldstein off speed, inside corner, and it's 0-1. Flied out to left field, popped up foul territory to Condon last time in the fourth. Goldstein fires. Dugas swings and a slow roller towards the first base dugout. Puts him behind in the count, 0-2. Coming up, pitch number 80 for Goldstein.
They went curveball changeup to start the at-bat with Dugas to get him to 2 strikes. Dugas spreading out a little bit, see if he can't get in the 2-strike mode.
Here's the 0-2. Miss low, good eyes. That one dropped late. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner at first, 1 down. Tigers leading 3-2 here in the top of the 5th inning. Goldstein fires. Dugas swings high in the air towards the first base dugout. Charlie Condon running over, but this one will drop into the seats way up into the bowl here at Foley Field. Still 1-2 to Gavin Dugas. Goldstein shakes off the first signal. Now comes set. Left-hander, the 1-2. This one yanked down the line, but foul in left. Dugas got every bit of that one, just couldn't line it up, and it's 1-2. Checks the runner at first. Goldstein, the 1-2 pitch. Again, Dugas fouls it back to stay alive.
Goldstein has been pretty effective when he's been in the strike zone, when he throws those off-speed pitches for strikes. Last inning just got in trouble with the hit by pitch and the walks. LSU did a good job of being patient.
Beloso, short lead off of first. Here's another 1-2 pitch, and going to be hit by a pitch. Got Dugas on the wrist. That's going to bring Scott Strickland out of the dugout. Not sure he's happy with that call from Damian Bill. He'll make a slow walk out here as Dugas hit by a pitch, leads the team, and hit by pitch on the year. That is number 26. Make it 117 for the team as Scott Strickland and Damian Bill. And Scott Strickland says, I want to look at it. So he's going to challenge that call.
Well, I got to tell you, it looked like a pretty good pitch. I'm not saying Dugas leaned into it. All I'm saying is I understand why Coach Strickland maybe wants to hear an explanation.
I'll be honest with you. I thought it was an animated strike 3 call from the home plate umpire. He has a little different style behind the plate, but he immediately then pointed to first, which told me they thought Gavin was hit by a pitch. So we go under review, presented by Acme Oyster House. Getting a look at it here on our monitor in the booth, i.e. Buzzy's phone. Well, we'll have to wait on it here. Now let's see. And they say it did catch. Gavin Dugas, so the challenge unsuccessful for Georgia. So the Tigers will have runners first and second here. The ruling on the field stands. So now Beloso to second. Dugas to first. And we'll see Braden Jobert. What do you think, Buzzy?
He definitely didn't lean into it. It just was one of those situations where Dugas kind of crowds the plate. He was spread out, and it it hit him. Although it was going to be a close pitch, it hit Dugas on the arm.
First pitch to Jobert, rides in high, misses ball 1-1-0. So Goldstein again in a little bit of trouble here. Gives up the single after he got Travinski to strike out to start the inning. Then the hit by pitch puts runners first and second. Off speed to Jobert, misses inside. Get a little jawing from that Bulldog dugout now with home plate umpire Damian Beal. And now we're going to have time called, and looks like we may have a change coming here as it is Scott Strickland, the head coach. Looks like Greenler is ready. They will make the call. He's headed towards the fence to check in. Pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Strickland hasn't officially made the call. Greenler left the mound, came to the fence there in the bullpen. And yep, they will make the call now. So a pitching change powered by Sunshine. Looks like Greenler will take over. Goldstein's night is done. Tigers lead 3-2. They've got runners first and second with just one out and a 2-0 count to Braden Jobert when we continue on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, with awesome John Deere deals by Sunshine, you'll never strike out. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. When you're looking for excellent products to help you get the job done, look no further than Sunshine Quality Solutions. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors. Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
LSU leading 3-2 over Georgia, top of the fifth. Dogs make a change on the mound. Kyle Greenler will take over, a right-hander. Coming in as after a career with the Elon Phoenix. He takes over to face Jobert. He's got a 2-0 count with runners first and second. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Braden out front, and it's 2-1.
Greenler making his 19th appearance of the year. He has a 4.09 ERA. 22 innings pitched, giving up 25 hits, 10 runs, 13 walks, and 25 strikeouts.
Right-hander checks back the runner at second, now delivers. There's a strike on the inner half, just below the letters, and it's 2-2 now to Jobert.
His fastball's nothing overpowering, a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. His fastball, changeup, slider, and he's got an off-speed mindset first, so he's going to want to throw that off-speed pitches. That's his primary pitch that he goes with early and often.
2-2 delivery, going to hit Jobert. They say the ball came off the bat, so they'll pick it up in the infield, throw to first for the out. But Damian Beal came out. I thought he was pointing to the runners. It hit the batter. Scott Strickland now out there. Greenler now out there. Damian Beal looked like he was trying to swing, but the pitch inside got him. They went ahead and threw to first, and the first base umpire then yielded to the home plate umpire. He did not make a call on whether he was out or safe at first, as Greenler now wants an explanation. Scott Strickland still standing in foul territory. I think he's asking for another challenge. Looks like hit by pitch, loads the bases, and again, Georgia thought it came off the bat, but I did not hear any contact. Looked like it caught Braden Joubert right in the midsection as he was turning the hips.
Yeah, it was kind of a similar situation, just the opposite sides from a pitching standpoint and hitting, as the right-handed curveball was coming into the left-handed Joubert, but we had the same situation with the left-handed pitcher Goldstein with his pitch to Dugas, the batter before.
That one looked clearer to me as a hit by pitch than the one on Dugas, but they will challenge it. So the second challenge by the Dogs, they lost one earlier in this inning on that hit by pitch to Dugas, just the batter before. But the ruling on the field was hit by pitch to Joubert, loads the bases, still with one out. And we should have Jordan Thompson coming up unless they overrule this. They take off the headsets down the line at first base, and we will soon get the call. Damian Beal comes out, and they will say he is at first, hit by pitch.
I don't know, Chris, maybe it's because they don't have to go all the way into the underneath the stadium like they do at Alex Box, but I feel like they get these challenges over with quick.
Could be that, and it could be it was pretty obvious
Sure.
he was hit by pitch.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know either one, but whatever it is, I like it.
So Greenler now in trouble. Took over with runners first and second, one out. Now he's got the bases loaded with one out. Jordan Thompson at the plate. Righty on righty matchup. And the first pitch high in the air to left center field. Giving chase is Anderson to the track, to the wall, and it's Connor Tate making the grab at the wall. The left fielder right in front of the big G, able to make the grab, but that will allow Beloso to tag up and come in to score. So the Tigers extend the lead 4-2 on the RBI. Sac fly ribby off the bat of Thompson, and that one just mere feet from getting out of here.
Yeah, that ball actually carried more than I thought. I knew it was hit okay, but that ball traveled, and Connor Tate had to make a play all the way up against the wall.
Also had to navigate his center fielder, who was at a full sprint in Ben Anderson, but he makes a great play, records the second out. Tigers, though, extend the lead 4-2 with runners first and second. Now to bring Pearson to the plate. Pearson earlier with a single down the line at first and was walked with the bases loaded in the fourth inning to bring in a run. First pitch missing from Greenler. Now a turn and throw back to second. He airmails it. Leaving second is Dugas on his way into third. Into second base goes Joubert. The throw is late, and the Tigers advance to second and third on a bad pickoff move by Greenler.
Good heads up by Joubert. As soon as he saw the bad throw from Greenler, he got on his horse and was able to get to second base. Now both runners in scoring position.
So another chance for Pearson, who swings and misses to even the count 1-1. So the Bulldogs here, a couple of hit batters, errant pickoff move, down 4-2, making things tough on themselves. Pearson again will have to battle the shift. Three infielders right of second base. This pitch rides in high. That'll make it 2-1. Again, they've challenged on two hit batters, came up empty on both. We've got a lot of baseball left just here in the top of the fifth. The 2-1, inside and low. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Pearson. You've got Dugas at third, Joubert at second base. 2 outs and a 3-1 count. Pearson at the plate. Greenler fires, swing, and a slow roller down the third base line, foul.
Well, Greenler you got the big boppers on deck, Cruz, and then Tommy White in the hole. At 3-1, do have a base open, but I figured Greenler would probably challenge Pearson. Went with a fastball. Pearson just a hair out in front.
2 outs, payoff pitch upcoming. Greenler fires, off speed, hammered, base hit. Beats the shift again by a diving LaPlante at second base. That will score Dugas. Here comes Joubert. And Josh Pearson, 2-run single. Second hit of the day. Give him 3 ribbies here in game 2. And the Tigers extend their lead. Again attacking with 2 outs in the inning. It's now 6-2 LSU.
That's a great at bat from Pearson, and that's a good job of trusting the book. They know that scouting report is that Greenler likes to throw off speed. That's his go-to. He likes to throw it early and often. And 3-2 with runners in scoring position. Even with Cruz up, he was sitting on off-speed pitch and drove it through the shift.
So the Tigers now have plated 3 runs on 2 hits. One error on the Dogs. Cruz at the plate, 1 for 3. Pitch misses outside. Cruz had the RBI single in that 4th inning. 1 ball, no strikes. Greenler, the right-hander, fires off speed. Line drive hitting right at Murillo, the shortstop. And that'll end the inning. But the Tigers increase their lead. They add 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error committed by the Dogs. Tigers leave 1 man on. 6-2 LSU. Head to the top half, or rather bottom half of the 5th inning after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hub International is Louisiana's premier employee benefits and commercial insurance brokerage. Hub can insure just about any risk that your business faces. Did you know Hub even insured the bonuses for our football coaches in 2022? Hub specializes in the construction, healthcare, real estate, and hospitality industries. Chances are you're probably already doing business with someone who does business with Hub. Turn to the agency that the Tigers, Saints, and Pelicans choose. Hub International. Visit them today at hubinternational.com.
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
And we're back with breaking news. Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan, so make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers now lead 6-2 over Georgia here in Game 2. Ty Floyd out there again. Has a 4-run lead. Garrett Spikes, the right fielder, leads it off for the Dogs. The first pitch, fastball swing and a miss, and it's 0-1 to Spikes, who struck out swinging to Floyd back in the 2nd frame. Pitch to the left-hander. Went high, they appeal, said he stayed back. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Got a semi-shift on for Spikes at the plate with Dugas shaded well over towards Beloso at first base.
The 1-1, way outside. Floyd lost the grip on that one again. Nowhere for Travinsky to even dream about putting a glove on it. That'll move the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Spikes, his 23rd plate appearance of the year. He's batting .182. Got the start today in right field. Pops this one up. Left side. Shallow left field. White going back. Now Trey Morgan coming in, and Trey has it. 4-out number 1, so Spikes retired. Last night in the 8-5 win, Georgia Buzzy took it to extras. They had 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error in the field. Minimized the free passes for the most part, but they have self-destructed in the 4th and 5th inning here, opening the door for LSU to build this 4-run lead. This one swung on by LaPlante. Foul out of play right side, 0-1.
Well, it's hard to overcome walks when you play not a good baseball team. You play the number 4 team in the country, and the offense that they have, you can't be putting 3 guys on base.
There's a cold strike with a fastball from Floyd. It's 0-2. LaPlante popped out to Jordan Thompson, the shortstop, back in the 2nd inning. Righty on righty matchup. And the 0-2. High fastball lifted in the air. Again, Jordan Thompson calling for it. A couple of steps on the left field grass, and he has it for the second out of the inning. So LaPlante retired. Now top of the order, Ben Anderson.
And no time to let up if you're Ty Floyd. 2 quick outs, filling up the strike zone. Got a tough hitter in Anderson at the top of the lineup.
Anderson, a couple of fly ball outs, one to center, one to right field. First delivery from Floyd. Missed outside, ball 1, 1-0. One-0 pitch, fastball. Miss low, gets away from Hayden. Make it 2 balls, no strikes. Now to Ben Anderson, center fielder for the Dogs. 276 hitter after going 0 for 2 in his first at-bats tonight.
Anderson, a transfer from Furman, started his career there.
2-0. Fastball in the inside corner, make it 2-1. Floyd's 2-1 pitch. Foul back at us. Evens a count 2-2. Floyd with an even count. Fires to the plate. Anderson launches it high and deep to left field. Morgan coming over into foul territory. Plenty of room. He makes the play for out number 3. Made it look easy. Had to track that one deep into the corner, but able to make the play, and the Dogs have done. No runs, no hits, nobody on base. LSU leading 6-2. We've played 5 here at Foley Field. Tigers come to the plate. White, Morgan, and Travinsky. 2, 3, and 4 due up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you a homeowner looking to keep your home cool while saving money? Perhaps you're an HVAC contractor who wants to offer customers more efficient, more consistent home comfort. Luxair is the name to know for unmistakably efficient and reliable home cooling, and great business building programs for contractors too. Contact your Luxair dealer to find out more. Or if you're a contractor, visit solarsupplyluxair.com to learn about working with Luxair.
When you open a crisp, cold Bud Light, you know game day is here.
You owe me $5.
We mean every sound. Enjoy responsibly. 2022 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Straddling the mighty Mississippi between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, Ascension Parish is Louisiana's sweet spot for a perfect weekend stopover, shop-over stay. Shop at Tanger Outlet's 60-plus designer and brand name stores. Tour fabulous Homa's House Mansion and Gardens. Visit Sugar-Filled Spirits Distillery, known for its unique spirits, wines, and ciders made from real local ingredients and flavors, or so many other interesting nearby attractions. Just a half hour east of Baton Rouge's Tiger Stadium and 1 hour west of New Orleans. Ascension Parish, your Baton Rouge to New Orleans stopover, shop-over spot. For more info, check out visit LASweetspot.com.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tommy White leads it off here in the top of the 6th. First pitch absolutely spanked to right center field into the Georgia Pines. And Tommy White, home run number 19 on the year. Rounds the bases, comes home, steps on home plate. He'll turn and fix the hair, put on the helmet, do the Tommy. Tigers lead 7-2.
You knew you couldn't go all weekend without Tommy White hitting the ball out of the ballpark to right field or right center. Got a ball up and out over the plate and just hit it on a line out over the 370 marker in right center into the pine trees.
Trey Morgan stands in. Greenler fires. Look out. Line drive shot towards the dugout of the Bulldogs. Scurries people away from the railing. And it's 0-1. Morgan 1 for 3. Had a double in the 3rd inning. Tommy White, boy, he took that wide stance again. And put one that was left up, the fastball, and he just drilled it. Here's a ground ball again towards Coach Wanaka at first base, who was trying to retrieve that first foul ball. Able to dance out of the way. And it's 0-2 to Trey Morgan.
Chris, I keep saying pine trees out in the outfield. Is that pine trees?
I don't know, it just sounds better. Georgia Pines. That's what the state's known for. Here's the 0-2. Miss low off the plate. I'm the wrong guy to ask. Do botanists study trees, or is there a specialty within
that's a good
botany?
question. They're beautiful. I mean, they look like Christmas trees, big overgrown Christmas trees. That's why.
Okay, well, what are Christmas trees?
Yeah, I don't know.
They're pine trees.
That's good.
I think. I don't know. 1-2, and again Morgan slaps this one foul towards the first base dugout. Still 1-2.
I tried to go to all my classes at LSU. I don't know that I caught that one.
Well, let's see. I'll find out before someone corrects us on the social channels. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Morgan digs in. Greenler fires, and this one again slapped hard. Fouled on the first base line.
Yeah, well, Coach Wanaka's done a better job than Coach Jordan did at third base. He's almost into right field. He's backed up far enough and says, hey, I'm not going to take my chances.
1-2. Fastball misses high from Greenler. An arborist studies trees, but the actual overall body of study, according to the internet, which is never wrong, dendrology.
Wow.
An arborist studies trees. Here's a ground ball towards second. Hit hard, but LaPlante slides over to his right, gloves it, throws to first, and Morgan out for the first out of the inning. Again, I'm not an arborist, but Georgia's known for pine trees, and it just, like I said, sounds better to say into the Georgia Pines.
For as much as I'm in the woods, you'd think I would know the answer to this question, but it's not.
Something tells me you're not looking at the trees.
That's not the pine trees that I'm used to seeing over in Louisiana. That's
I think
all
they're
I'm saying.
finely manicured. Hayden Travinsky stands in. This pitch misses with the fastball outside and low, 1-0. Pitch to Travinsky. He launches one high and deep. Spikes giving chase, goes to the track, to the wall. And this one is into the Georgia Pines. Hayden Travinsky, home run number 8. We said he hits a home run about every 6 at-bats. He's evening, making that more consistent. And that's going to be all from Greenler. Scott Strickland on his way out to the mound before Travinsky can reach home plate. That'll make it 8-2 LSU, and they'll be going to the bullpen. They'll make another pitching change, powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. 8-2 Tigers lead, only 1 out here in the top of the 6th. We'll continue to tell you about the new dog pitcher after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
It's good to be able to make a change, to never feel stuck. That's why at Cox, we're making a change too. Now Cox Internet plans are flexible, so you can choose to just go with Internet, add TV tomorrow, or home automation down the line. It's easier than ever to get just what you want and nothing you don't. Flexible plans from Cox. Change anytime. No commitments, no penalties. See for yourself at cox.com/internet. Additional services can be added at then current regular rates. All services subject to residential customer service agreement and acceptable use policy. Restrictions apply.
At Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, our top priority is customer comfort. For over 20 years, Southern Air has been dedicated to providing honest pricing with no surprises and passing along their savings to you. Call them today to receive $50 off any AC or plumbing repair, or take advantage of their special financing with no money down and low monthly payments. Call them today at 225-777-8888. That's Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Hey, Tiger fans, don't miss out on the latest John Deere deals from Sunshine. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. From Alex Box Stadium to your own backyard, the grass is always greener behind the wheel of a John Deere. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tigers now 8-2. Tommy White led off with a homer to right center field. Morgan would ground out to second base, and then Travinski stands in, homers to right field. Almost same spot as Tommy White. And it's now 8-2 with one out in the top of the sixth inning. There's Cade Beloso. Beloso 1 for 2 at the plate here in game 2. And the first pitch offered up by Zach DeVito, the new pitcher, has popped up out of play. Moves the count 0-1.
I was complaining about the short porch in right field. LSU's taking advantage of it today. I'll keep my mouth shut about the ballpark and its dimensions.
The 0-1 to Beloso. There's a strike at the belt, falls behind 0-2.
New pitcher on for Georgia, Zach DeVito, number 46, making his 12th appearance of the year. He has 11.57 ERA.
The 0-2 pitch in the dirt, going to be blocked up by Will David. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Beloso.
This year he's thrown 11 2/3 innings, giving up 18 hits, 16 runs, 15 of them earned, 9 walks, and 12 strikeouts. He's 88-92 with the fastball. It's fastball, slider, changeup.
1-2 again, skips the dish. That'll even the count 2-2 for those keeping score at home. Cannot verify, Buzzy, those are pine trees, although to me they look like pine trees. But I can verify that the street that runs behind the outfield wall is called Pinecrest Drive. The 2-2. Good eye, missed high at the letters. That'll fill the count now to Beloso 3-2. So take from that what you will.
We could just say he hit it into the Pinecrest Drive.
Do that.
Where the trees sit. Yeah, we'll go with Georgia Pines. That just sounds so good.
Payoff delivery. And it misses low. So DeVito walks the first batter he faces. And with 1 out, Tigers get another man aboard. And we'll see Gavin Dugas. Dugas hit by a pitch in the 5th and scored a run. So for 2 tonight at the plate with a couple of pop outs. One a fly ball to left and one behind the plate handled by Will David back in the 4th inning. So Beloso doing a good job tonight there in the 5 spot, getting aboard as the fastball from DeVito misses outside. 1-0. From the stretch, the right-hander fires. Fastball misses high. 2 balls, no strikes. Of course, what we could do is at the end of the game, we could walk out there, get a good close look at it. See if
and you think that'll help?
Yeah, I think I could verify a pine tree from a couple of feet away.
Oh, I can verify if it's not one. Can you verify what it is?
Oh, yeah. If it's a pine tree, it's a pine tree. Can't tell you the specific type of pine tree.
Okay.
Missed outside, 3-0. Enough about trees. 8-2, LSU leads. And there's a strike on the outside corner. 2 guys looked like the take was on.
There is a right-hander throwing down in Georgia's bullpen.
Runner at first, 1 down. 3-1 pitch. Look out. Another slap ball down the third base line. Sunshine peeking through here a little bit for the first time today. Been mostly cloudy here in Athens, but a pleasant day nonetheless. But a little sunshine on the batter's eye in center field. Dugas with a 3-2 pitch. Swings and misses. The throw down to second as they sent Beloso, and he's out. Strike him out, throw him out, and that'll end it for LSU here in the top of the 6th inning. They add 2 more runs on a couple of homers. White and Travinski, those 2 hits, they leave nobody on. Move down to the bottom of the 6th. 8-2, LSU out in front of Georgia on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
He's going to the track, the wall, see ya!
Tiger fans, have you ever wanted to watch LSU baseball on TV but hear the action from the LSU Sports Radio Network? Just sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app. It's easy to do.
Just pause the TV. Use the LSU Sports mobile app to stream the audio on your smartphone or tablet. Connect to a smart speaker, then wait for the audio to catch up to the point your TV is paused. Push play, and you are all set.
Sync the game with the LSU Sports mobile app for iOS and Google devices. Download it today.
Tigers win! Tigers win!
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
8-2, LSU leads. Bottom of the sixth, Ty Floyd back out on the mound. Charlie Condon at the plate, and the first delivery off speed. Misses inside, and it's 1-0. Condon 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in the first, came around to score on that Harbor two-run blast to give Georgia a 2-0 lead early. Here's a swing and a miss on a fastball that Floyd gets by him. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 delivery from Floyd. Check swing, look out towards his teammates in the dugout. Catches the railing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Floyd looks in. Condon readies the bat. Here's the 1-2. Throws it behind Condon. And it just barely missed the bat. Almost caught the bat.
That's 93 miles an hour. That'll wake you up if you're not paying attention.
So an even count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and Floyd fires. That was a fastball that was way up. Gets away from Travinsky. Now 3-2. Condon digs back in. Floyd takes a little bit of time here. Steps up on the bump, gets the call from Travinsky, checks the watch and fires, and a fastball misses outside. That'll be the first walk given up by Ty Floyd tonight. Does get the leadoff man aboard for Georgia. Now we see some personnel start to toil down in the dugout for LSU. A couple of guys up and stretching. They send a few more catchers down to the pen. Pitch count up to 88 for Ty Floyd on the night, again, who has been really, really solid. 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, that first walk, and 5 strikeouts. Connor Tate at the plate. Pitch to the right-hander, right back up the middle, but placed is Dugas. He'll step on second, throw to first, and in time, turn 2. That time, Dugas playing just a couple of feet right of second base. Normally, they're playing straight up, Buzzy. That's an easy base hit up the middle. Went right to Dugas, and a couple of steps on the bag, fires to first.
Yeah, sometimes when it's going your way, that was perfect positioning, and Dugas elected to take the step on second base himself. Could have probably done either way. Tossed it to Jordan Thompson, but did it himself and got the unassisted double play.
So it removes all base runners. 2 outs in the inning. It'll be Parks Harbor, who again had the 2-run bomb in the first. Grounded out to Thompson on a great play back in the 4th inning. Coach Jay Johnson earlier this week on the final weekly radio show talked about positioning. As the Floyd fastball in for a strike, evens it up 1-1. He said Coach Wanaka, in his experience, may be the best in the college business at aligning the defense. Said he just has a knack for it, understands the analytics, and that time came up big time. Their fastball at the belt. This time Harbor didn't like the call, but it's a called strike, and it's 1-2.
I said unassisted double play. That's probably the wrong terminology, as Dugas had to throw to Beloso, who assisted him. So apologize there.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Another fastball. Harbor swings, fouls it out of play. While we have a moment, let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on this, the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Your home for LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball. The LSU Sports Radio Network. And streaming on the LSU Sports mobile app.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Harbor again will swing. Again, same place. High in the air, but foul down the line and right. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's another 1-2 pitch. Look out. Having to drop out of the way as Harbor's that fastball was coming in fierce, high and inside. It's now 2-2.
Right-hander for LSU. That's number 1, Gavin Guidry, playing catch down in the bullpen. Yeah, and there's something about being effectively wild now. I mean, Ty Floyd's has a couple wild pitches and balls up at some of these Georgia hitters' heads, but that's not always a bad thing. Make them a little uncomfortable in the box. As long as you can get back in the strike zone, and Ty Floyd has done that most of the day, only has the 1 walk.
This one hammered, but foul down the line and left. Out of play off the bat of Harbor.
Toughest guys to hit are the guys that throw a 94-mile-an-hour fastball at your chin and then back you off the plate, paint a 94-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside part of the plate. It's like, how do you defend against that?
2-2 delivery, misses high. Feels the count now to Harbor. 3-2. Well, I said enough about trees, but social media coming at us hard and fast here. With 2 outs, the 3-2. A foul tip off the bat of Harbor to stay alive.
We're going to be tree experts when it comes to the end of this game, I imagine.
Well, I'm told, and I certainly stand corrected, that those trees out in left and right field are Leland cypress. There is a difference between cypress and pine. But I like Georgia pine. It sounds better. Payoff delivery, swing and a miss. Ty Floyd with his 6th strikeout. Harbor couldn't catch up to that one. A fastball in on the hands. And Ty Floyd, again, another clean inning. No runs, no hits. Get helped out by a double play after giving up his first walk. Not a clean inning, but a great inning. Nonetheless, his Tigers lead by 6, 8-2. As we now head to the top of the 7th here in Athens. Tigers come to the plate, 7, 8, 9. Jobert, Thompson, and Pearson after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
When it comes to investing in your home's comfort, it's never just one thing. You want to make sure you get an air-conditioned system that's reliable, affordable, energy efficient, backed by a strong warranty, and is installed by a dealer you can trust. That's why people who insist on the best choose Trane. Plus, right now, Trane is offering special financing. So what's not to love? Visit TraneSouth.com to find a local Trane dealer today. It's hard to stop a Trane. Subject to credit approval. Ask for details.
When you're done listening to the Tigers take another victory, the rest of the city will be waiting. After all, there's a lot more to Baton Rouge than just Saturday nights. From famous historic landmarks to iconic hole-in-the-walls, even some of the world's best blues joints, there's something special around every corner. But these foodie flavors and soulful sounds are just a sample of what Baton Rouge has to offer. Whatever you're into, it's all right here. Go to visitbatonrouge.com and start putting together your post-game playbook.
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Brayden Jobert leads it off for the Tigers. They lead 8-2 here in Game 2. Winning last night 8-5 in 12 innings. Tigers played it 3 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, 2 more in the top of the 6th inning. 0-1 as a swing and a miss to Jobert. Second delivery from DeVito, missed away. Down in the dirt, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Joe Bear reached base twice tonight. Once by a walk and scored, then hit by a pitch in the 5th and scored. Swings, pops this one up near second base. Murillo, the shortstop, just right of the bag, has to wait on this high fly ball and does so for out number 1. Joe Bear retired. Fans just like the winning lineup. Cintas has the all-star services for all of your business needs. Everything from uniforms to kitchens and restroom solutions. Get ready for the workday with Cintas. Tomorrow we'll be back at it for Game 3. 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 noon Central. Jordan Thompson awaits, and DeVito misses. Breaking ball low and away to the right-hander, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0, and that one catches the outside corner. Fastball in to make it 1-1. Big win earlier today for LSU softball. First game of their NCAA Baton Rouge Regional. That one skips the plate, make it 2-1 now to Thompson. 12-2 win over Prairie View A&M. Congratulations to Ben Torina and the Tigers. 1 out here, 2-1 count. Pitch to Jordan, trying to paint that corner again, just missed. Now 3-1.
Tough to get a number with these black jerseys down in that bullpen, Chris. That looks like that's right-handed sidearm pitcher Dalton Radins, which we saw him last night.
Here's a ground ball. Diving for it at third is Harbor. Gets to his feet quickly and throws across the diamond to Condon in time to beat a speedy Jordan Thompson. Nice play by the Bulldog third baseman. And there's 2 gone.
Yeah, Harbor made a heck of a play last night on a ball that brought him towards third base, threw across his body, made a good strong throw, and that was another good one, moving the opposite direction to his left. Down on his knees, popping up, making a good strong throw.
You are correct, by the way, in the pin. Tossing and then now just standing on the mound is Dalton Radins. Radins not throwing at the moment. With 2 down, we'll see Josh Pearson, who's 2 for 2. Reached base all 3 times tonight. In the 9-hole for Coach Jay Johnson. Here's the 1-0. Again, short of the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. Tomorrow, by the way, LSU softball will meet up with Louisiana Lafayette at 12 noon at Tiger Park. Trying to make their way back to Oklahoma City, College World Series. Here's the 2-0 delivery, and Pearson swings, lifts this one towards third base side. Harbor calling for it, now called off by Murillo, and the shortstop makes the play. So the Tigers go quietly here in the top of the 7th. No hits, no runs, nobody on base. Time to stretch it out here in Athens. LSU leading Game 2 by a score of 8-2. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
this is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
This is the story of a very special woman. Just a few knew about her superpowers. In a matter of seconds, she turned herself into a great mathematician. She masqueraded as a regular person at work, but as a superhero at home. Everyone knows her as Gabriella. I still call her Mom.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need to help, complete with tips and resources at aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
along with our producer, Jeff Palermo in the Capital One studio. Tiger champ, Buzzy Heidel, Chris Blair with you. Having a great time here on a Friday night. Hope you are as well. Headed into another great weekend in Louisiana. We're here in the Peach State, Athens, Georgia. Tigers lead 8-2. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Will David, the catcher, to face Ty Floyd yet again, and the first pitch, a fastball for a strike. You know, it was interesting. We talked about the great start that Ty had against Auburn. Things unraveled quickly there in the 4th. Had a great outing last week with a career-high 10 strikeouts as the 0-1 misses outside just barely. 1 ball, 1 strike. But early this season, you would see Ty Floyd a little shaky in the beginning, then get his feet underneath him and pitch stronger as the game went on. That's kind of been the way it's gone tonight after giving up the 2-run homer in the first inning. He has really settled down, finding the strike zone, pounding the strike zone as that one's fouled off and he gets ahead 1-2.
Yeah, I mean, in theory, he really only made one bad pitch, a pitch out over the plate that Harbor hit over the fence in right field, but he's gotten stronger and stronger. And
this one a high fastball, one hopper, snagged by Thompson at short, spins, but the throw above Veloso's head, and that will allow David to reach safely.
Oh, man, and that was a heck of a play. I was about to say, got a lot of help from his defense, too, and Thompson made another good one there, just couldn't finish it off with the throw. Throw sails a little high over Veloso's head.
Tough play going to his left glove side, then spinning around, and after the spin, just could not get the throw on line. So with nobody out, Georgia gets the lead off runner aboard, lead off batter. And we'll see Fernando Gonzalez. Gonzalez 0 for last night, 2 for 2 tonight with a single and a double. Been left stranded both occasions. Floyd fires off speed, beautiful pitch, a strike on the inner half, 0-1. See if Floyd can overcome the early inning error here by the defense. This one a ground ball again towards Thompson, this time diving, flips it and gets it to Dugas for the lead runner at second. The relay to first not in time. But an excellent job by Thompson, giving up the body, sliding, getting the glove on the ball, and then just kind of an option toss that barely got off the ground, but Dugas able to get the glove down on it.
It's like when Thompson makes a mistake, he doesn't dwell on it and let it roll over into another mistake. We saw it last night after he dropped a pop-up, which he just couldn't find in the sky, so it really wasn't his fault. Comes back, hits a home run, makes an error here to lead off this inning, and makes another fabulous play, able to get the lead runner out.
First delivery by Floyd, now to Murillo. Just missed 1-0. By the way, if you're keeping score at home, that was ruled an infield single off the bat of David. They did not rule that a throwing error by the official score here at Foley Field. This one launched in the air to right field. Pearson going back, and this one curling and angling, and it's out of here. Murillo with his second home run of the series. That's home run number 6 on the year, 2-run variety. And they cut the lead in half, make it an 8-4 game. That one to the short porch, just inside the foul pole. Got plenty of it, though, about 320 over the 314 line.
Well, it was a good piece of hitting. In any ballpark, it would be at least a double, possibly flirt with getting out of the ballpark, but stayed on it. Murillo's a good player, and shows you why he is such a good player. And we've got Coach Jay Johnson coming out. You still got Guidry throwing, and left-hander Riley Cooper down in LSU's bullpen are getting loose.
So with one out, make it an 8-4 game with a 2-run bomb, their second 2-run blast of the game. Jay Johnson sprinting out there. Appears to be just a strategy session here with Ty Floyd, who has again pitched very well. He's now given up 5 hits, 4 runs, all 4 earned. 1 walk to 6 strikeouts. Well, that'll bring Garrett Spikes to the plate, who's 0 for 2.
The last couple weekends have taught us that no lead is safe, but particularly on the road here in Georgia, you've got to, more runs the better. It was 8-2, and LSU's still in control, but definitely got to don't let up at the plate.
Here's a swing and a miss out in front, but just getting a piece of Spikes. Hit it with the end of the bat, and it rolls to the backstop. 0-1. Spikes, a strikeout victim in the second to Floyd. Popped out shallow left to Trey Morgan in the fifth. The 0-1 fastball right by him, swing and a miss, 0-2. So Will David singled to the shortstop, not ruled an error, an infield single. Gonzalez got aboard on a fielder's choice after the Tigers tried to turn two. And then Murillo homers to right field, plating 2 runs. Fastball just missed inside, 1-2.
Yeah, and I believe correct call on the no error by Thompson. I believe misspoke there a little bit as well as it was an overthrow, but most people don't even get to that play, and the ball is not like it went in the dugout where it allowed the runner to get to second base. So good no error.
Here's a swing and a miss. Spikes down on strikes for the second time. That's punch out number 7 for Ty Floyd. That gets 2 outs on the board.
Elevated the fastball. Good job of staying with the fastball to Spikes, as he's been a little late, a little tardy on the heater all game.
Now we'll see Mason LaPlante. He's 0 for 2 in the 9-hole tonight. A couple of pop-ups to Thompson at short. There's a swing and a miss late coming around. It's 0-1.
Good 93-mile-an-hour heater. Velocity still good here in the 7th inning for Ty Floyd.
The 0-1 delivery. Hit in the air to center field. Cruz having to go back. He'll slow down his trot, and plenty of room shy of the track has it for out number 3. Georgia gets back on the board. 2-run blast off the bat of Murillo. Gives them 2 runs on 2 hits. And the Tigers still lead 8-4. We head to the top of the 8th. Tigers will have top of the order Cruz, White, and Morgan due up on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
At Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, our top priority is customer comfort. For over 20 years, Southern Air has been dedicated to providing honest pricing with no surprises and passing along their savings to you. Call them today to receive $50 off any AC or plumbing repair, or take advantage of their special financing with no money down and low monthly payments. Call them today at 225-777-8888. That's Southern Air Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Hey, Baton Rouge, don't go to just settle for boring old frozen pizza for dinner. Head over to Fat Boys Pizza, where size matters. Come check out their large pies that measure 30 inches across, but the number scarcely does it justice. When you see their 30-inch pie, your whole world got smaller, and your idea of pizza got bigger. From delicious pizza choices, chicken wings, garlic knots, and so much more, stop by Fat Boys Pizza, located on Nicholson Drive in Baton Rouge, or visit them online at eatfatboyspizza.com. NIL is dominating the college sports scene, and LSU has positioned itself at the front of the pack. But to remain competitive and stay ahead of the rest, we need your support. Bayou Traditions is the official NIL collective of LSU Athletics. Join the tradition and become a member by signing up online at BayouTraditionsCollective.com. Members receive exclusive access to LSU student athletes that you can't get anywhere else. Help ensure LSU remains a leader in the NIL arena. Sign up today at BayouTraditionsCollective.com.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
With an 8-4 lead, Tigers come to the plate. Dylan Cruz atop the order will lead it off in the first pitch. On the inside corner, a strike from Zach DeVito, the relief pitcher for the Dogs. It's 0-1 to Dylan Cruz, who is 1 for 4 on the night, including an RBI single. Swings at this one high in the air, foul territory, shallow right field, headed towards the bullpen, and it will find its way there. Out of play to make it 0-2, and that's a little deceiving. I mentioned the 1 for 4, but Dylan atop the order tonight has really blistered a couple of balls, all but one. First pitch of the game, he took one deep near the wall in left center field. Popped up to the second baseman in the third inning, but then had the single with the RBI in the fourth, and then smoked a line drive to the shortstop last time. This pitch high and inside, going to catch Dylan Cruz on the shoulder. And apparently he's all right. Able to get a little bit out of the way, spinning away from that one, but awfully close. Man, that looked dangerous. Did not look good initially, but Dylan's all right.
Anytime that pitch gets up and in, you get concerned about anybody. But you're right, Chris. I think Dylan was able to just turn away from it and get the head, face, neck area, all that out the way.
Now we'll see Tommy White. White 2 for 3, including a solo shot in the 6th inning on the first pitch offered. This time swinging strongly again, but fouls it off, and it's 0-1. Had a single, did White, in the first inning. And then I had a sac fly RBI in the fourth, added 2 RBI to his total, now at 88 on the year. 0-1 the count with a runner at first. The pitch, swing and a miss. Chase the breaking ball down and away. 0-2 now the count to White. So we'll see that patented wide stance. Crouches down. DeVito, the right-hander, with a runner at first. Fires. Ground ball towards third. Diving is Harbor near the line. Comes up quickly. Throws to first. Able to get Tommy White for the first out of the inning. Third great play in the hot corner by Parks Harbor, the Georgia third baseman.
Now, he's been a good glove down there. I've been impressed by that young man. Had plenty of time. Knew he had plenty of time with Tommy White running, and the ball was hit pretty hard, so able to get up and make a good, strong, accurate throw.
So with a shuffle in the order tonight, Cruz and White atop the order. Morgan batting in the 3 spot. And time called here is Davis, the catcher, going to go out and visit with Zach DeVito. He starts his 3rd inning of work in relief tonight. Georgia started with Charlie Goldstein, went 4 to 3rd, gave up 6 hits, 5 runs, all 5 earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Greenler came in, pitched an inning, gave up 3 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of those earned, no walks, no strikeouts, and handed the baseball off to Zach DeVito. Looks like got a couple of dogs up in the bullpen.
Yeah, left-hander Colin Caldwell is getting loose. That's number 47. He came in last night, worked a 1/3 of an inning. He only threw 9 pitches. He'll be ready to go, I think. That's probably who they'll go to with Trey Morgan, the left-hander, up to bat.
Yep, Scott Strickland, head coach for Georgia, on his way out. Slow walk to the mound. And another pitching change in order. Powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. Coach Strickland going to take a little time here before officially making the calls. Now home plate umpire Damian Beal, assuming what we are, is he's going to make a change, going to go out there and try to hurry up the decision. And now they'll make the call. Go to the left-hander. So, new pitcher coming in. LSU leading 8-4, 1 out. Top of the 8th. Dylan Cruz at second base. Trey Morgan will be at the plate when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Tiger fans, with awesome John Deere deals by Sunshine, you'll never strike out. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. When you're looking for excellent products to help you get the job done, look no further than Sunshine Quality Solutions. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company, run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
Louisiana Lottery's Top 5 Hits. First up, hit $100. This game is loaded with $100 prizes. Next, climbing the chart is hit $200 with $200 prizes. Holding steady is hit $300 with lots of $300 prizes. A hard act to follow, hit $500 full of $500 prizes. And rocking its way to the top of the chart is hit $5,000 loaded with $5,000 prizes.
Spin your hit today and play the hit family of games from the lottery. Must be at least 21 to purchase.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
So, as Buzzy told you just before we cut away for break, Colin Caldwell will make his second appearance this weekend. The left-hander coming in. He'll face Trey Morgan here. Just 1 out, top of the 8th. Tigers up 8-4. Dylan Cruz hit by a pitch, got aboard. White would ground out down the line at third. Play from Harbor to first to get White. Got Cruz into scoring position. And now Trey Morgan, who again is 1 for 4 with a double back in the 3rd inning, will face Caldwell.
Caldwell is making his 22nd appearance of the year. He's 2-0 with an 8.82 ERA. Has a save, 16 and a third innings pitched, giving up 17 hits, 16 runs, 19 walks, and 24 strikeouts. Kind of a low three-quarter delivery from the left side. Fastball, slider, changeup, and like most of lefties, they'll really only throw the changeup to right-handed hitters. Likes to go more fastball sliders to lefties, and can struggle with his control. You see the 19 walks in 16 and a third innings pitched.
So Morgan stands in. Caldwell looks at Cruz at second, and now will turn and make a throw. Need to reset the clock. Cruz had barely taken his lead. He easily stands back at second base. Morgan awaits at the plate. The lefty on lefty matchup. The first pitch swung on, popped up near the third base dugout, but it will get behind the screen, take a bounce into some Tiger fans, and it looked like a Georgia fan taking home the souvenir. Takes it on the bounce. 0-1 the count now to Morgan. Fans, visit your local Kubota dealer. See why Kubota, the #1 rated reliable tractor under 100 horsepower in the US of A. Visit LSUKubotaDealers.com for your nearest Kubota dealer. Test drive a Kubota. Cruz a leadoff second. Caldwell looks. Now stares in at the plate. And here's the 0-1. Again, foul off the bat of Morgan down the line. This one will not be a souvenir. And it's 0-2. Coming up, we'll check some scores around the SEC. Again, final weekend of regular season play. Check on some series across the league. We'll have a full recap after tonight's contest on the field. The 0-2, called strike three. Caldwell drills in a fastball, outer half. Morgan caught looking down on strikes for the first time tonight. So with 2 down, we'll see Hayden Travinski. Travinski, in the last 5 games, has 4 home runs, and they're going to intentionally walk Hayden. That will put runners first and second and get them to Cade Beloso. Cade tonight 1 for 2.
That's the right decision. You got the left-hander on deck, lefty on lefty matchup, 2 outs, base open, and Hayden seeing it as good as any Tiger is seeing it right now at the plate.
So we'll see if Cade Beloso can make him pay. He's reached base twice tonight. First pitch swung on, back behind us, out of play, 0-1. Cade caught looking in the first, hit by a pitch and scored in the 4th. Board on a single, came around to score a second run in the 5th inning. Got a board again in the 6th by way of walk. Runners first and second, 2 down. Pitch to Beloso. Missed too far inside at the knees. 1-1. Tiger fans again starting the LSU chant. Trying to get back some runs here. Georgia picked up 2 in the bottom of the 7th to make it an 8-4 LSU lead. The 1-1. Strike at the letters. Painted the inside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Beloso. Cruz off of second, Travinski off of first, Caldwell. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with the slider. Beloso down on strikes. Tigers no runs, no hits. They leave 2 men on. They lead 8-4. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Georgia coming up. Top of the order, 1, 2, and 3. Anderson, Condon, and Tate. After this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, hon, what you doing with your phone? Taking pictures?
No, I'm asking it questions.
Like what?
Hey, Bobo, do flowers have best friends?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that. Hey, follow me. I want to show you something. Look, flowers do have best friends.
Whoa.
Some answers can only be found in nature. Discover the unsearchable. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a trail near you. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We always picture the SEC student athlete for their speed, their vertical, their agility, but it's time we picture them for more. For their campus voice, their community outreach, and for the simple fact that 20 years later, they're still someone's pride and joy. More than students, more than athletes. In the SEC, it just means more.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Bottom of the 8th inning here at Foley Field. LSU taking last night's game 8-5 and 12 innings. Tonight, headed into the bottom of the 8th, they carry an 8-4 lead over Georgia. Ben Anderson atop the order to lead it off. Riley Cooper in to pitch for the Tigers in relief of Ty Floyd. Another solid outing for the junior right-handers. Cooper delivers the first pitch called strike to Anderson, who atop the order is 0 for 3 tonight. Trying to catch that outside corner again, just missing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Anderson flied out to center, flied out to right. And to Morgan in foul territory down the line and left. The 1-1. That one does paint the corner on the outside. And it's 1-2. Couple of changes. Trey Morgan moves from left to first base. Josh Pearson moves from right to left field. And Paxton Kling takes over in right. Here's a ground ball. Dugas got to go a long way. Fields it. The throw. Not going to be able to catch Anderson, as Morgan had to come off the bag, but just an infield single, no question that time. Dugas again shaded a little bit, Buzzy, as we saw earlier, towards first base with Anderson, the left-hander. And he just bounced that one not particularly hard towards the second base bag. And again, looks like Riley Cooper called upon for a situational relief effort to the left-hander. And last night gave up the walk in that situation. Tonight gives up the infield single, and the Tigers going to make a pitching change. So looks like they'll go to a right-hander here with a runner on, nobody out. It'll be Charlie Condon coming to the plate for Georgia. So a pitching change powered by Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer in Louisiana. 8-4, Tigers lead. Back after this on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Hey, Tiger fans, don't miss out on the latest John Deere deals from Sunshine. Ask us about tractor packages with 0% financing available. From Alex Box Stadium to your own backyard, the grass is always greener behind the wheel of a John Deere. Learn more at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends May 28, 2023.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors. Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Freshman Gavin Guidry, the right-hander, takes over on the mound. Riley Cooper came in, faced the first batter here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Anderson with an infield single, able to beat the shift. He's aboard at first base. Now we'll see Charlie Condon, righty-on-righty matchup as Guidry, the freshman, looks in. 8-4 LSU leads here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch, sails high, ball 1.
Gavin Guidry making his 15th appearance of the year. He's 3-0 with a 4.41 ERA. 16 and a third innings pitched. He's given up 12 hits, 8 earned runs, 11 walks, and 25 strikeouts.
Trying to even up the count. The 1-0 pitch. Slam, but foul. Line drive in the seats down the line and left. 1 ball, 1 strike. Does even it up.
Got right-hander Blake Money playing catch, getting loose down in LSU's bullpen. And number 35, Griffin Herring, is the left-hander.
There's a check swing and a foul off the bat of Condon, who tonight is 0 for 1. Hit by a pitch in the first and came around to score in that home run off the bat of Harbor. Strikeout victim in the third, aboard on a walk in the 6th inning. Guidry's pitch and fouled back again. Just barely missed Connor Tate on the on-deck circle.
Riley Cooper threw 6 pitches, as you mentioned, Chris, in yesterday's game. Did walk the hitter that he faced, but a little bit of tough luck tonight as he comes in trying to get the left-hander Anderson. Made a good pitch, got not a hard hit ball to second, just beat the shift.
The 1-2 reaches down, swings, sends it to the seat just over the screen of the first base dugout. And Condon 0 for 7 on the weekend.
That's a little scary just because Condon came into the game hitting well over 400, or came into the series hitting well over 400 with the 24 homers, and he's 0 for the weekend. So got to bear down and make quality pitches.
The 1-2 again, hit foul out of play down the right side. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tiger fans get ready to taste victory with a Victory Grill from Barbecue Guys. Get your Victory Grill today. Become a backyard barbecue champ. Only at bbqguys.com. Anderson, a short lead. Extends it a little bit off of first. Another 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Guidry gets him in on the hands. Condon down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. That makes 5 strikeouts on the weekend for the Big Bopper for the Bulldogs.
Well, Guidry's got that good overhand curveball, that 12-6 curveball you hear us talk about all the time, and he worked it early in the count to Condon, but then elevated the fastball. It wasn't like he threw it at 95 miles an hour. It was an 89-mile-an-hour fastball up at the chin of Condon, but wasn't able to catch up to it.
Now we'll see Connor Tate. Tate tonight 0 for 3. Guidry fires to the right-hander. It's a strike at the belt to make it 0-1. Tate caught looking in the first by Ty Floyd. Flat out to Morgan in left field in the 3rd and hit into that double play in the 6th inning. Anderson still at first, just 1 out. Guidry kicks and fires, and another strike on the inside corner. Gets him ahead, 0-2.
Early in the game for Guidry, first 2 hitters, he's got really good command of that 12-6 curveball. It's a quick, sharp, biting curveball.
The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss way out in front of that one. Tate got fooled, and Guidry. Back-to-back punch-outs, 2 gone, giving 2 Super 1 food strikeouts here in relief. And you mentioned earlier Jordan Thompson is able to shake things off very quickly, come back, make plays, one right after another. That is the same makeup of Gavin Guidry. Alpha competitor, to say the least. Freshman out of Lake Charles. Now we'll face Harbor. Harbor, big cut, fouls it back. 0-1.
Yeah, they say golfers got to have short memories. I would argue baseball players just got to have just as short, because a lot of negative things happen in the game. They always talk about it. You can be 3 for 10. You fail 70% of the time, and you're still a great player.
Fastball missed just low. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Harbor, who again is 1 for 3. Had the 2-run bomb in the first. Grounded out to Thompson in the 4th on a great play by the Tigers shortstop. And then a strikeout victim in the 6th. The 1-1 hammered, base hit center field. Bouncer makes its way to Cruz, and now runners first and second with 2 outs as Harbor gets his 2nd hit of the night. And that's where that mentality will pay off here. You got runners first and second. Got to find the 3rd out. Shake off that solid at bat for Harbor and come after Will David, unless they. Nope, hit David. He was a little late coming out of the dugout, but he will bat. David in the 5-hole, 1 for 3. His single came in the 7th inning last time at the plate. Again, Anderson, infield single. He's at second. Solid single up the middle for Harbor. He's at first base. Pitch from Guidry misses low, 1-0. Guidry takes his time. Now the 1-0 pitch. Set back. Just missed that one. Did David. Right back into the backstop. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners take their lead, first and second. Tigers up 8-4 here in the bottom of the 8th. Guidry fires. Launched in the air to right field. Kling going back to the track, and he's got it right in front of the wall. A long and loud third out off the bat of Will David. And Georgia gets no runs on 2 hits. They lead 2 men on. It's 8-4 LSU. We head to the top of the 9th on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Oh, man, I'm glad you're here. Sit down and visit with me, Mom. I'm making it all ready for supper with my family tonight. I can't wait to hug my grandbabies and pass a good time over some good food. Ooh, I better start my rice. You know, it seems like all the best meals start by cooking some rice. Cajun country rice, of course. It's what you gotta have when you're cooking with love. I pick it up down the street at the grocery store, and I can even buy it online at CajunCountryRice.com. Y'all stay and eat. There's plenty, yeah.
Hi, I'm Kevin Falk, LSU Hall of Famer. My years at LSU were amazing. I've always loved celebrating with my teammates, especially when someone was serving up some delicious Manda salsa. For a lot of Tiger fans, it's just not game day without Manda in the mix. Serving top quality sausage and original seasoning is Manda's strong side, but it's not Manda's flavor that's always got me running back for more. You get it? Running back for more. After 75 years, the flavor still says it all. Manda Fine Meats, the official smoke sauce of LSU Athletics.
Hey, Tiger fans 12 and younger, don't miss your chance to be a part of Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell, the exclusive kids club of LSU Athletics. Join Mike's Kids Club for only $25. Get the official Mike's Kids Club t-shirt, free admission to select LSU athletic events, and much, much more. To learn about upcoming events and to join, please visit LSUMKC.com. The Mike's Kids Club, presented by Shell.
Back to the action of LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Top of the 9th inning, LSU coming to the plate, leading over Georgia 8-4. Trying to clinch a series on the road in the SEC. To face Dalton Radans, who comes in to pitch for the Bulldogs. Gavin Dugas will have the first opportunity. Dugas, Jobert, and Thompson due up. Radans. Sidearm delivery. And a strike at the knees. Make it 0-1.
Radans making his 32nd appearance for the Bulldogs. Leads the team. He's 3-2 with a 4.32 ERA. Does have 2 saves.
The 0-1 slap down the line in left, and this ball just foul.
Radans on the year has thrown 41 2/3 innings, given up 43 hits, 20 runs, 13 walks, 38 strikeouts. He threw an inning of work last night, threw 12 pitches, gave up a hit, 1 run, no walks, no strikeouts.
0-2 the count to Dugas. Again, the Submariner delivers, and Dugas goes down the line, lifted but foul in right. Still 0-2.
Radans is a submarine pitcher. The velocity's not crazy. It's going to be 81, 82 miles an hour max on the fastball, and it's just fastball slider, a big sweeping slider from that sidearm delivery. Going to really almost start behind a right-handed hitter and sweep all the way across the plate. Tries to get you with deception.
0-2 the count to Gavin Dugas. This one hit in the air to center field. Ben Anderson coming over. Spike's coming over, but it will head towards the right fielder, and he'll make the play For out number one, two guys retired. Ray Dans, as you mentioned, gave up the home run last night in the 9th inning to Dylan Cruz. Now he'll see Braden Jobert. Ray Dans comes set. And the first pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball gets by Jobert. It's 0-1.
And with the sidearm to left-handers, you don't see a ton of sliders because that pitch will be coming into the barrel of the bat of a left-hander. He'll try to stay, even though it's not an overpowering fastball, it'll run away from the left-handed hitter.
The 0-1. Another swing and a miss. Quickly down in the count, 0-2 is Braden Jobert, who's reached base. He's 0 for 2 tonight, but board on a walk and scored in the 4th. Hit by a pitch and scored in the 5th inning. Tigers plated 8 runs in the 4th, 5th, and 6th off the end of the bat foul from Braden. Out of play. Still 0-2. Put on the extreme shift once again against Jobert, the left-handed hitter. Tigers have been successful as a lineup tonight against the shift as this pitch way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, when you hit it hard enough, you can still get it through a 3-man one side of the infield, which is what the shift is right now.
With 1 out and a 1-2 count. The pitch in the air to left field. Not having to move much as Connor Tate waits on it to come down, and he'll have it. For out number 2. And we'll see Jordan Thompson. Quick update on the SEC scoreboard. Kentucky at home leading Florida in the bottom of the 8th, 6-4. Tennessee right now blanking South Carolina in Columbia 5-0. And in the top of the 4th inning, 3-2 Arkansas leads Vandy in Music City. First pitch to Thompson. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Thompson in the 8th spot tonight, 0 for 2, although did get a board on a walk and score in the 4th. Had a sac fly RBI in the 5th inning. Here's a little nubber, bouncer to 3rd, picked up by Harbor. He will throw to 1st. Condon delivers. And that's out number 3. The Tigers go quietly here in the top of the 9th. No runs, no hits, nobody on base. Last chance for the Bulldogs. They trail 8-4 here in game 2. Georgia will have 6, 7, and 8 due up when we return on the LSU Sports Radio Network.
Albertsons is making shopping and saving easier than ever. Just For You deals is now Albertsons For You. It's everything you love about Just For You with all new perks. Get rewarded for just being you, including personalized deals, a free item every month, and even a treat on your birthday. With Albertsons For You, you earn points every time you shop and redeem them for discounts on groceries and more. Brand new Albertsons For You members receive $5 off their next $25 or more purchase just for signing up. Download the Albertsons app or simply update your existing mobile app to see your all-new, all-awesome perks. Albertsons. Fresh foods, local flavors. Support your LSU Tigers with Hancock Whitney, the official bank of LSU Athletics. From game day to the offseason, Hancock Whitney LSU credit and debit cards are a big win for any Tiger fan. Want to get your paws on these cards? Well, apply online or visit HancockWhitney.com/LSU. Hancock Whitney Bank, member FDIC. All accounts subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions may apply.
It takes true grit to wake up every morning dedicated to a higher standard of work. At H&E Equipment Services, we're leveraging our national fleet of equipment with a local approach, working closely with customers to understand their needs and provide them reliability, fair prices, and the support of a first-class service team. We're an equipment company run by equipment people. Where others stop, we continue. H&E Equipment Services, the higher standard in equipment rentals, sales, parts, and service.
LSU Fighting Tiger Baseball from the LSU Sports Radio Network.
We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. LSU leading Georgia 8-4 here in game 2 on a Friday night. Gavin Guidry on the mound, delivers to Gonzalez. Designated hitter. Pitch misses inside for ball 1. Gonzalez tonight 2 for 3, single and a double. There's a fastball for a strike at the belt to make it 1-1. Got a board on a fielder's choice in the 7th came around to score when the Dogs plated 2 runs to make it 8-4. Guidry's 1-1 pitch, off speed, lifted foul back behind the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fans H&E Equipment Services, the official construction equipment partner of LSU Athletics. For all of your rental needs, call 877-700-RENT or visit herentals.com today. Here's the 1-2 from Guidry. Slapped in the air to center field. Cruz, pretty well placed out there, will easily jog and track it down for out number 1. 1 down, 2 to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Again, how about that placement for Cruz?
Yeah, big first out, too, for Guidry to get Gonzalez, who's had a good, really nice afternoon or evening. He's now 2 for 4, but 2 hitters down in the lineup in Gonzalez and Murillo, who've had pretty good evenings.
Yeah, combined 3 for 7. Murillo 1 for 3. He had that 2-run homer in the 7th to get the Dogs within 4 runs. First delivery, a strike at the knees from Guidry. 0-1 the count. The 0-1 to Murillo, ground ball, and it's foul as Tommy White gloves it and throws to first. Would have been a great play, but that last bounce just put it left of the third base bag. And it's 0-1 now to Murillo. Still a good play, good looking play by Tommy White.
Well, there was a lot of questions coming into the year whether Tommy White, we knew he was going to hit. He hit last year. Now, can he play third base? I think he's done a heck of a job down there at the hot corner.
Now moves the count to 0-2 on that foul ball. And with 1 out, here's a ground ball to Thompson, diving, grabs it. He rises, throws a bullet right to Morgan. 2 down, 1 to go for the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Hey now, Jordan Thompson. Add another to the sizzle reel.
Well, the Georgia radio crew was bragging about Thompson, about last night, some of the plays he made, and I think they're overly impressed and continue to be impressed with tonight's game. What a heck of a play by the shortstop Thompson. Came up and threw a rocket across the field.
Saw smoke off that baseball. First delivery off speed from Guidry, misses outside to Garrett Spikes, who's 0 for 3 in the 8-hole tonight. Couple of strikeouts. The 1-0 down the middle off speed. 1 ball and 1 strike. I'll have Thompson shaded towards second base. Ben DePaul checks in defensively. He's in shallow right field. Morgan playing close to the line at first. The 1-1. Off speed again. Strike on the inside corner, and Guidry gets ahead 1-2.
Guidry gets in a nice little groove when he gets going. When he's throwing strikes, got command of that breaking pitch.
2 outs, bottom of the 9th. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3, struck him out. Spikes with no offer at the plate. And Gavin Guidry ends it tonight. The Tigers take the series 8-4 over Georgia. Solid game by LSU. Solid start by Ty Floyd. Excellent job to finish it up by Gavin Guidry. Great defense to back him up. And plenty of offense for the boys in purple and gold tonight. They take their first SEC series in 2 weeks. Go for a full, complete sweep tomorrow with Game 3 coming your way at 1 o'clock Eastern, high noon in the Central Time Zone. The final tonight from Foley Field, LSU 8, Georgia 4 on the LSU Sports Radio Network.